Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Derailed. I forgot how I normally intro this pod, so we're just making it up on the fly. I'm JJ. He's Jake. Jake, do you mind if we do a new segment presented by Redacted Energy?
Sure, let's.
All right. Yeah, this segment is called Who's Watching? All right. You know who's not watching tonight? Tyler Dershel. Bozo texted me and said that he's not going to be here tonight. What a chump. So, Tyler, if you're listening back on the replay, and I hope you are, you're a chump. But only tonight. Usually you're a swell, upstanding fella.
Yes.
But you bail on us. De facto chump.
Yeah.
Garrett Stritzel watching us live on Facebook. Garrett, long time no see. Join us. DerailedFootball.com takes you to the YouTube page. Stay plugged in. Been missing you. Sometimes I go back and I watch old episodes of Derailed from when we were on the other YouTube channel, because I see names pop up in the chat that were frequent flyers here, regular contributors in the chat, and I'm like, man, I miss these people. So Garrett Stritzel, been missing you. So glad that you're tuning in right now. Let's see here. Got another one. Jake, do you mind if we do a new segment presented by Redacted Energy?
Sure.
This is called Burn.
This is called Burn.
You asked in the chat, where is JJ? Many are asking, and Too Old for This said, JJ's probably in therapy for the trauma Micah put him through on Sunday. Dude, yeah, check this out. Look at the here's the thumbnail that I made of JJ McCarthy. Just absolutely getting rocked by the Packers defenders. Here's the photo that's based on. Why is it not on screen? I clicked it. Clicking it again. It says there was an issue with your file. Why is there an issue with my file?
That's tough.
It worked earlier when I tested it. And it says there was an issue with your file again. All right, you know what? There's more than one way to skin a cat. I can open it. I can open it in my browser and then share the browser tab.
Nope.
Share screen, browser tab. There. Bada boom. This is the photo that I was basing this on.
Wow. How about it?
He looks like he's dropping a deuce on the field, which lines up pretty well with his stat line.
Yeah.
JJ McCarthy is absolutely horrific at football.
JJ, I have a question for you. Okay.
Yeah. Is it
after the segment?
Can we?
Was that the segment?
Does JJ McCarthy not deserve the name JJ? Because that's absolutely true. I'm offended.
No, that's not the question. This is from a new segment presented by Redacted Energy. It's called Around the League. Okay. Quite a few things.
I already know the answer.
Sunday.
JSN. Whatever the question is, the answer is JSN.
Well, I hope not. That wouldn't make a lot of sense in this question, unfortunately. You're starting a team.
I know what it is. It's this. Is it Wicks?
No. That's that. We'll get to that. I have something for that.
Can we do a new segment sponsored by Redacted called "Is It Wicks"?
This one cannot be Wicks, unfortunately. The answer would be no. JJ, you're starting a franchise. Okay. Mm-hmm. You are starting a franchise, and you have to have a QB. Okay, you have to have a QB. JJ McCarthy or Shedeur Sanders?
Hunt.
Nope, can't do that. Got to pick one. You must pick one.
Neither one of them is an NFL quarterback.
You must pick one.
Why do I not get an NFL quarterback? They're both terrible.
It's too bad. You got to pick one.
Between the two of them,
you got to pick one.
Between the two, you know what? I would actually take JJ because he doesn't come with Coach Prime. Like,
but he comes with 9
all the time.
But he comes with 9.
That's true. But you know what?
Is 9 okay in your book?
I can ignore 9. I don't think I can ignore Coach Prime.
I think JJ's been ignoring 9. Honestly, where is 9? I think he kind of needs 9.
Serious question. Who would you rather Shadur Sanders or Bronny, because like either way, you're gonna have an overbearing dad. Like
I feel like I'd rather have
constantly with
Bronny.
his fingers in the mix.
I think I'd rather have Bronny.
Have you ever
did
watched
you
the
pick
compilations?
JJ? You've got JJ. You're picking him. That's who you're picking. I think you said you're picking him.
I'm changing my answer. I'm going Shadur.
Okay.
I'm going Shadur because JJ McCarthy has a very punchable face, and Shadur does not.
I see.
Shadur, maybe. I don't know. I don't want to get canceled.
We don't know.
Shadur,
he's played a game and a quarter. JJ McCarthy's played 6-7 games. You know, so have we seen enough? Do you
Drew
think
says Shadur
JJ,
has a punchable smile?
Do you think JJ with an off season with McCarthy?
Yeah.
That if you have the franchise and say you have O'Connell, right? You think you can get the footwork and the mechanics fixed in an off season? Do you feel comfortable if you go if the McCarthy direction? Does that sway you at all? Like okay, I have the off season to tweak the mechanics, because like they were talking about like he needs to be tweaking the mechanics. I don't know if O'Connell said that Tuesday or Wednesday of last week, and I'm sitting here thinking like how are you planning to do that mid season? That's like, to me, that the equivalent is like an amateur going, oh, you know what I'm going to do on this golf trip? I'm going to go through swing changes. What do you mean? You're already on the trip. There's no time for that. Or, you know, I've got a tennis major in a week. I'm going to try to fix everything wrong with me swinging the tennis racket mechanically. Like, how is that going to change in days? You need a full off season for that. It's just not going to happen in days.
Somebody talks about changing a quarterback's footwork. I always think about Luke Getsy trying to change Justin Fields' footwork to match what Aaron Rodgers was. It was just such a telling thing of like Luke Getsy doesn't know what the hell he's doing. He has no clue like what the purpose of quarterback footwork is, which is like, maybe you shouldn't have made your wide receiver coach be a quarterback's coach. Maybe you should have had a quarterback be a quarterback's coach.
You're right. So what's the official pick? I just want to make sure we're landing on the pick here. It's supposed to be a tough question.
But
no, you got to pick.
No, here's the thing.
You got to pick.
This is an NFL franchise.
Yes.
I want to have a good quarterback. Neither of these two are a good quarterback.
Too bad. It's tough. The answer cannot be, these are not quarterbacks. I need a quarterback. You have to.
They're not quarterbacks.
You have to pick one. The answer can't be, I can't pick either of these guys. You have to pick. We will revisit this in a year. I'm clipping this and we're revisiting it in a year.
All right, here's the thing. I am going to pick JJ, and the reason I'm going to pick JJ is because I think that pick is more likely to age well than a Shadur pick would be, because although both of them are terrible today, and neither of them have a lot of tools that I really want to develop, JJ's in a good situation with a great coach who is likely to get some decent results out of him and turn him into a somewhat decent player at some point down the road. So for that reason, I think that the JJ pick is more likely to age well than the Shadur pick.
They've also invested more.
I can't imagine Shadur remaining in Cleveland very long. And so then it's just a matter of like, where does he end up after Cleveland? Is it a good situation? Is it a place where he's actually going to get developed? Is it a place he's actually going to get some playing time? How does he mature as he grows up? Not that I think JJ is mature. I don't think he is. But yeah. I mean, like, what would you rather do? Vomit or diarrhea? Like, pick one, man. You got to have a fun time, so pick one. but it's diarrhea after incredibly spicy wings, and
That's
they are
fine.
as spicy coming out the other end.
That's fine. I can deal with one end. I ain't dealing with the other. One end is used more often. I'm not dealing with the other one. It's pretty simple. That's pretty simple. That's easy.
I've seen your bathroom. You have a very pristine, clean bathroom. I can vouch.
Well, there you go.
Let's see here. Toolford says Dershel is a Bears fan tonight. I guess so. What a betrayer. He's abandoned us. This is just sickening. A-Fam wants to know emo music, or is it emu?
It is the Lee. How did he know it was the Limu Emu? I didn't tell him. I didn't say anything.
I do have a new segment I'd like to.
Wait. We're not done with my segment yet.
Redacted.
I got 2 more questions for you. Will Myles Garrett break the sack record? Yes or no? He's at 18 right now.
Isn't the record 23 or 22?
22 and a half. Will he break
22
it?
and a half, yeah. Yes.
Will he break
I'll
it?
say he will.
Will he break it before
I'll say
Christmas?
he will because, well, he's going to have to do it before Christmas because there's only like one game after Christmas they're going to be in.
Technically 2, but yeah, that's so by week 16, is he doing it?
No.
Not by week 16. Okay. He is.
It's just a lot to ask. It's what, 5 sacks in 4 games.
He is. I'm going to point this out. He is playing the Niners next week. Okay. Then he plays the Titans.
Oh, he might get all 5 in the Titans game.
Say, he's got the 4 games before Christmas are 49ers, Titans, Bears, Bills. Feels like he's going to get it before Christmas.
See, Josh Allen is hard to sack.
The Texans were all over it. Texans were all over it. The Titans game is going to be hilarious.
Adam Huddle says, can't believe the guy with limited traits who never threw the ball in college is bad in the NFL. Right? Have you seen the graphics of, actually, I think I might have.
Did you grab it?
Did I bookmark one earlier today? Of course I didn't, because I suck. Somebody put together a graphic of JJ McCarthy's stats, his per game stats, before and after Connor Stalions.
Oh, that's one of the best tweets ever.
It is incredible. So
that tweet is sick.
On the season, I remember this vividly. On the season, he had 18 touchdown passes and 3 interceptions before Connor Stalions resigned. And then afterwards, I think he was 1-1.
Yes.
He was a play action merchant.
Which this is a great league to be a play action merchant, but they haven't done it enough.
I occasionally like to go
also
look
the
at
Eagles too.
Old receipts, especially receipts of me crapping on the draft prospects that I really hated, and JJ McCarthy was in there, and like just go and savor those after the dude is terrible in the NFL. Yeah. And Jake, I was looking at something the other day.
Yeah.
And I wanted to post it here on the podcast live for people to see, and I just kind of couldn't.
Okay.
And here's what it was. I went back and I found an old conversation that you and I had a few years ago. This was in the lead up to the 2023 draft? 2023 draft? Yeah. And my recollection was correct. In this conversation, you were telling me how high you were on Luke Musgrave and that you thought he was going to be good in the NFL.
That sounds sounds like you can fake
wanted
anything
to bring
with
this.
AI. You can
I
fake
wanted to
anything
bring
with
this
AI.
on. No, this is real. I'm not making it up.
No, this is AI.
I wanted to bring it on here.
This is a bold-faced lie by a bold-faced
And I couldn't.
liar.
This was in February of 2023.
Yeah, this is.
I couldn't put it up
fabrication
because your follow-up question to me was, "Why do you have Tucker Kraft ranked so low?" And I said, "I still have some more tape I need to watch of him, but I really want to see more production. I think he's kind of just traitsy." And so, for that reason, I couldn't put the screenshot on the.
See, we know it can't be real. You would never say that.
By the time of the draft,
you would never.
I had talked myself into Tucker Kraft.
You would never.
But at the time that I'm trying to like gotcha you with your Luke Musgrave hype, I was low on Tucker Kraft at that point, and so it's just a bad look for both of us. So I propose that we just bury this, never speak of it again. And
I mean,
and don't
I've never
show
heard
people.
of any of this, so I don't know what you're talking about. I've never heard of this conversation.
This is
So
February 2023 in our old Discord server.
It was Discord.
Yeah, it was our old Discord server.
I figured it was like
it's
in a
still
pod.
there.
I thought it was in like a pod.
No, it's still there.
Oh.
It's still there.
That's interesting. I'm gonna have to go see this after the show.
I do have a new segment that I would like to do.
I have one more question. So you cannot do the segment yet. All right. You mentioned a certain player's name that was always the
JSN.
answer. Yeah.
JSN or Wicks.
80 catches, 1,313 yards, 7 touchdowns. JJ, does JSN break Calvin
2K,
Johnson's receiving record?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Does he do it in the 16 game window versus the 17? Because obviously that's what everybody's. You think? So.
I think he'll do it in 16, and the thing that we are all going to be beholden to here is health. You may not recall this because you're not an Ohio State fan, and you were not probably as plugged in on this question before JSN's final year in college. But there was a lot of talk about him being a 2,000-yard receiver his final year in college.
I mean, it was after the 347-yard game. Yeah.
His season got derailed 3 games in.
That was tough.
And that was it. And then, he tried to come back, again. And, this is for a grand total of like 27 snaps across 3 games. And then had to shut it down until the NFL draft with a hamstring injury. And it was one of these big things of like, we were as a nation robbed of watching JSN's junior year in college after the Rose Bowl record. But a lot of people thought that he might have a 2,000-yard receiving season.
Yeah.
That it was just really set up well for that. The way that offense was set up that year and the role that he was going to play. And so now, if he's going to be doing this in the NFL, it's like a confirmation of like, we probably actually would have gotten that had he been able to stay healthy. And he was was off to a good start too.
Playing with Stroud, yeah. I have no doubt.
Are you going to continue to hold me hostage here, or can I do my new segment?
Well, I was just going to say, so you think it? I was just going to go over. They play Minnesota this week,
games,
right?
Yes. Yeah.
Minnesota, Atlanta, Indy, the Rams, and the Panthers are the next 5. That would be in 16 games. Game 17 is against San Francisco. Feels like the Panthers and Falcons games are going to be where he can really, really put up some massive numbers. Potentially the Indy game as well. We'll see. But my only concern, JJ, is the Vikings and Falcons games get so far out of hand so early that he doesn't get to do anything. And the same goes for the Panthers. That's my biggest concern. Is
it won't happen.
We get to that point.
The Seahawks really can't run the ball.
This is true.
Darnold and JSN only have one gear. They can't gear it down.
Which is sick, by the way.
So
I love that.
I'm really not concerned.
I love that.
Honestly, health is the only question that I have.
Yeah.
It's a nice ringtone.
Thank you.
Nice ringtone. It makes me want to put on our music.
Here's the thing, right? The Minnesota game. Obviously, it sounds like McCarthy's not playing in it.
Yeah, he's getting. What do they call it now? Soft benching.
Concussion benching. The one question is, if Max Brosmer's going to play, do they get 3 defensive touchdowns? Like Notre Dame did this past week without touching the ball on offense? Then what are we doing, right? Does he get to like 120, 130, right? Does he only catch like 3 for 78 and have a 55-yard touchdown? That's my problem. And it feels like the same thing could happen against Kirk Cousins. That's the biggest concern. It's not that they're going to slow the gear down. It's that like Seattle's going to get their touchdowns because the quarterbacks they're playing against are bad. Not to mention they're playing against Bryce Young.
It's interesting. Almost all of the good quarterbacks are in the AFC, and almost all of the good teams are in the NFC. Like you look at if you look at top 10 anything, it's almost always this year skewed so heavily toward the NFC. It's insane. Like if you look at the top 10 wide receivers by total yards,
yeah,
it's 8-2 in the top 10 NFC versus AFC.
Right.
The AFC has all these great quarterbacks, and then like you look at all the teams in the NFC that are really good, and most of them, like the biggest question you have about them is their quarterback. But then, is anybody actually good in the AFC? It's like, okay, the Colts, Broncos, Patriots, and Chiefs and Chargers. Name another team that's remotely in contention in the AFC.
Would you say Colts, Patriots?
Colts, Broncos, Patriots, Chiefs,
Chargers.
Yeah, I intentionally left the Bills out. I left the Jags out.
Yeah.
Ravens are like maybe a question mark of like they have been ascending. But
if they figure out offensively, I think it's going to be okay. But yeah, I mean, I have questions about the Chargers. I don't even know if they can protect Herbert. That's a problem.
Well, and you and I were talking about that earlier this year of like we really like what Chargers have going, except for all the injuries to O-line, and like would they be able to overcome it? And the answer has been yes in the run game, no in the pass game.
Once they lost Alt, it was kind of like okay, and then they kept losing their like backups at right tackle as well, and it's like okay, we got to trade for Penning. That to me is that's kind of an indication of like we're in serious trouble. And the fact that Jacksonville kicked the snot out of them, I just don't like when they're going to go up against Denver and the Chiefs again, right? And they play Philly on Monday night in December. Like they could fall out quickly. So yeah, it's 100% true. PFF, 5 of their top 6 teams overall are NFC teams. So yeah, it's not shocking that we're kind of staring down the barrel of like, the teams are just built better in the NFC right now. So, yeah.
All right. I want to do a new segment. Do you mind if we do a new segment presented by Redacted Energy? This is called Stock Watch. So you are either buying or selling stock on
this
things Packers. It should really be players, but if there's something else that you want, you can make a case for why it should be, why we should have an IPO, right?
Okay.
But I will let you go first. Somebody that a Packers player following this Vikings game that you want to either buy or sell stock on.
Buy or sell stock on from this game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to throw some sense at Warren Brinson, I think. We'll buy a little stock in Warren Brinson after this.
Warren Brinson, a 64 PFF grade, struggled in run defense, but was just an absolute beast in the pass rush game. Had 5 total pressures and a sack, including this picture right here. And he tweeted this picture and said, "NFL, please don't fine us."
His tweets have been good. He obviously also tweeted last week, what was
about
it?
The turf.
Yeah, good day playing on concrete or whatever. Yeah. I love Warren Brinson.
I didn't realize he was funny.
Awesome. Yeah,
I did not realize
hilarious.
he was funny, but he is.
I love this. So yeah, I'm buying stock in the personality of Warren Brinson and the player.
Okay, yeah, well, the player's a lot more important. We've had
for sure. It is.
I give you a handful of dudes who had personalities suited for media, shall we say, and
yes,
and playing abilities also suited for media. So
sure.
I want to buy some stock on Kamal Hadden. I thought, minus a couple really rough missed tackles, he didn't look lost out there. He didn't look like a UDFA rookie. Did you see the play where he punched Justin Jefferson?
Yes.
So context for anybody who missed this, and friend of the show, Dara Carragher, tweeted 2 clips. Well, it really is just one clip because it was just back-to-back plays. So the first play, it's a run play. Justin Jefferson is holding Kamal Hadden, and Kamal is mad as heck that there's no flags.
Yes.
Doesn't go over and cry to the ref about it. Instead, he just lines up for the next play and takes a swing at Justin Jefferson's face, knocks him backwards, and then just blocks his butt into the dirt. It was funny. It was funny. I appreciate the feistiness. You know what? I appreciate it. And I've been really tired of watching Keisean Nixon play. And I noticed that the pass game for the Vikings got noticeably worse once Keisean Nixon was no longer on the field to be picked on. Kamal Hadden, at least for a half a game, was an upgrade over Keisean. So give me some stock up on Kamal Hadden. With Keisean and Nate Hobbs potentially not available for this Lions game, we're going to need Kamal and Carrington to be at their best. Don't need anybody else at cornerback to be at their best, since we apparently just don't ever play 3 corners, which is, whatever. I mean, personally, I feel that there are situations where you want to have the ability to go to a dime package or have a nickel look with a cornerback, but we're just going to do a 3 safety nickel look all year. So that's what that is.
Nothing wrong.
And you know what?
Ravens do it.
Yeah, I mean, shoot, it's not like we're going to play any teams out there who have multiple good receivers at the same time as each other. So we'll be fine. Back to you. Buy or sell stock on somebody.
Yeah, let's buy a little bit here. It's a little bit of a buy high scenario. Don't really like buying high. It's not always the best. I feel like if we had asked this, though, coming out of the game I went to, in Pittsburgh, I would have actually bought some as well. Probably
I know exactly
if we had the segment.
Yeah.
What a game.
Is he a linebacker?
No, actually, he's not a linebacker.
Ooh.
He forced like 3 missed tackles in that game and was obviously carrying the load on Sunday. I still want an explosive player in this room. It would be nice to have an explosive player like a Devon Achane for sure. Right? That was cool that they were calling in on that. But Emmanuel Wilson looked really good. And
it really did.
He is reliable catching the football. We made jokes either a week or 2 ago about him playing tight end because he was like, he catches the ball really well and he forces some missed tackles in space and like
better tight end than Luke Musgrave.
Yeah, and so like he made a couple big plays when Green Bay was kind of looking to extend their lead in Pittsburgh. Forcing some missed tackles against the linebackers and just him chugging along. It felt like felt like the train from Snowpiercer, where it's like, it's just the snow is not really a problem for me. I'm just going to keep, pushing downhill. And it felt like that all game. And yeah, just a really great performance that I think now you feel like if you were maybe a little on the fence of like, okay, when Jacobs comes out, how do we feel? And yes, Minnesota's probably the team where, it's easier to get ahead of schedule against them running. So you don't face that nasty, those nasty blitz packages and, Flores having different coverages on different sides of the field where he can do, he can go quarter, half. He can play palms on one side, quarters on the other. Like he does all that nasty stuff. And in addition to blitzing, so keeping that out of schedule is nice. But to watch Wilson just kind of pretty much have no problem carrying the load was really good to see. And I'm thrilled that Green Bay's got that kind of 1-2 punch. And especially Wilson just does a really nice job of taking the dirty yards at times where it's like, just chug ahead, right? Get what you can, right? Get a successful run on first down. If it's 4 yards, that's totally fine, right? But also some of those quick hitters where they steal the gap and he has got a lot of space. He gets downhill quickly and, he turns some runs into 12, 15 yards in a hurry, which is awesome. So having a player like that, as you move into, the cliche, moving into December, moving into January, where running the football is going to matter. I mean, it still does, right? Being able to do both, creates this whole, the defense is kind of, on the defensive a little bit more in terms of how they want to play you. So, and it helps in obviously the under center play action game, but having two guys who can do that and force missed tackles and catch the football reliably and make things happen in space when they catch the football, that is awesome. So I will buy some stock there on Emmanuel Wilson.
Yeah, I thought he had a really nice game. I was remarking during the game that like Chris Brooks and Emmanuel Wilson together are like one really complete package.
Yes.
Emmanuel, little suspect in pass pro. Chris Brooks, absolutely god tier elite pass blocker at running back. I think both of them lack a little bit in the receiving game. I think of the running backs on the roster, Josh Jacobs is clearly the best receiving back that we have. Yeah. But as a rusher, I still think Emmanuel Wilson is the best pure rushing back on the team. Just the vision and the decisiveness.
Yeah. Is extremely
like Josh
decisive.
Jacobs still isn't quite there, and maybe, and we've talked about this a bit, maybe it's a little bit of Josh Jacobs like being too smart and knowing too much, and Emmanuel Wilson like not really caring what he doesn't know and just barreling forward and getting the yardage. I did. Can we talk about the blocking, because it goes hand in hand with what you're talking about, and I guess I want to sell. I already didn't have any stock. Like I had like one share or like a tenth of a share.
He's short selling.
I want to sell the last little bit that I had of Aaron Banks.
Okay.
And I want to do a new segment presented by Redacted Energy called Aaron Banks is the worst Packers offensive lineman since ...
I have a fun game that we could play, but I want you to keep going if you have more on Banks, so I can get.
Well, my question to you is: did you notice a big difference in pass pro when most of the night it wasn't like you would have like just one guy get beat in pass pro? It was either like the whole line held up just fine, or all five guys got put on their butts immediately. And I want to bring you in as a more knowledgeable offensive line guru than myself.
Okay.
Which may not be saying much. Just to help out. I like when I'm watching run blocking.
Sure.
Pretty easy to dissect. Like, hey, we're zone blocking on this. We're gap blocking on this.
Yeah.
In pass pro, I struggle a little bit more with diagnosing what we're doing when it is working versus when it's not working. And I've noticed at times that like Aaron Banks really struggles with stunts. It just gets his butt kicked. It's like if the dude isn't lined up across from him, it's like Aaron Banks doesn't know the guy could possibly exist. Yeah. Like, oh, there's nobody in front of me, therefore I'm going to go help the center. It's like, well, linebacker's coming in on a stunt. And he's like, I don't think so, man. That's not going to happen. No, I'm telling you, he is. He's right. You still have time. I can see where your screws on your helmet are. You should be able to see the guy coming. You have time to get in position. No, he's not coming. I'm going to keep pushing. I'm going to push Sean Ryan's back some more instead of going to pick up this stunt. So help me out here. Can we find some answers here?
Okay.
Because I don't.
So I have a fun game. All right. It's
Adam Huddle says, "Give me Big Booty Belton at guard stock."
It's called.
Drew wants to know, is Banks worse than Myers?
Unequivocally. I have PFF grades up here. Okay.
So
here we go. Better than Banks? Yes or no? Okay. PFF grades. If you know the PFF grades, don't say. Better PFF grade than Banks? Yes or no? Josh Nijman.
Packer Josh Nijman or Panther Josh
Current
Nijman?
Season 2025 Josh Nijman.
I can't imagine that he's worse than Banks.
You would be correct. He is better. Okay. Is this guy better than Banks on PFF? Yes or no? John Runyon.
Almost certainly John Runyon is better than Banks this season.
Believe it or not, PFF does not think so.
Okay.
52 for Runyon. Okay. We'll get to the other part of this, which I think is more interesting. All right, but here we go. Last one. If you guys have another Packers offensive lineman that's currently playing on a different team, please drop him in the chat, okay? Because I was just going quickly off this. This was made. I decided to do this about 2.5 minutes ago. Higher PFF grade than Aaron Banks? Yes or no? Josh Myers.
I'm gonna say Myers is probably significantly better.
He is actually lower, not by much, but a little bit. Okay.
Lower in what?
Overall PFF grade. Overall, yeah.
Okay.
Overall, there's obviously the run and the pass blocking, which we could get into as well. But I do think I kind of think it's a tricky game in that regard, because I'm just going to put it out there. PFF grades, obviously for Banks, you have a 59.8 right now. Okay. Josh Nijman's at a 67, so it's not close, right?
What's Josh Myers at? I'm going to guess he's like a 57.
Josh Myers, that's really close. Where'd he go? 56.8. So yes, very close.
And what Lukas Patrick? Lukas Patrick's got to be in that same range.
That's a good point. John Runyon is a 52.6. Okay, let me.
Oh wow.
Lukas Patrick is in New Orleans. Is that right? Is he still there? Guess
Lukas Patrick. No, he's in Cincinnati now. He's
Cincinnati.
Been in for a minute.
That's right. Right.
But I don't think he's played much this year. I think he's hurt.
We'll see if he's played a little.
Because he played against us.
Lukas Patrick has played. All right, here we go. Fun game. Lukas Patrick, does he have a higher grade? He has played in 3 games. He has actually only played 18 snaps, but he's played 3 games. Higher PFF grade than Aaron Banks yesterday.
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say he's in a very similar range to who was the guy we just talked about, Myers.
Yeah.
Yeah, real similar. So I said Myers was like a 57 or something.
Yes,
I think
which is 56.8 was Myers. Yes, you were very close.
so. I'm gonna say that Runyon's like in basically borderline the exact same spot.
So Patrick, yes, I know you meant Patrick. Patrick is in the exact same spot, pretty much 56.6. Right, Runyon's at 52. So they've all been below average. Now the funnier part about this is pass pro. If we were just look just at pass pro, of these 5 players, where do you think Banks ranks according to PFF overall?
Well, pass pro is definitely where he's been better.
Okay.
So if you're saying that his overall grade is like you said a 58?
59.8.
59.8. Okay, so I'm gonna say, man. What about Cole Van Landen, by the way? Is he still kicking it around?
Oh, that's a good question. Let me get there. I will check. Jackson, I think he's in Jacksonville, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, Cole Van Landen has played this year. Okay, I'm glad we brought this up too. Okay, Cole Van Landen, let's throw it out there. Higher PFF grade than Aaron Banks, yes or no?
Yes.
Indeed. In every facet, he is at a 69.1. So okay.
I'm going to guess that
now that we have 6 in the equation, where do you think Banks ranks among the 6 in pass pro?
So he's going to be right in the middle then, because I bet that Nyman and Lukas Patrick are both ahead of him, and the other guys we mentioned are all behind.
Okay. So
Cole Van Landen was like, wasn't he better in pass pro than run blocking? Wasn't that kind of his big bugaboo was run blocking?
I believe so.
So Van Landen has to be ahead of him in pass pro as well.
Okay. Van Landen is ahead of him in pass pro. You nailed that. 71. Banks in pass pro is a 63.9. Okay. That is actually second of the 6. Believe it or not. Josh Nyman has a 46 grade in pass pro this year. Okay.
Josh Nyman?
Runyon has a 57. Josh Myers has a 52, and Patrick has a 62.4. So Patrick just behind Aaron Banks.
Now I feel super glad that we're paying $65 million or whatever it is
because it's so similar. Yeah.
To Aaron Banks. Yeah.
Obviously,
we're definitely getting our money's worth.
Yep. Obviously, the run blocking, I think, then you can kind of have a good indicator of where this is going in terms of his ranking against the rest. But if you'd like to guess that,
guess what?
Where
Guess
he
where
ranks, where he ranks in run blocking. Okay, this is gonna be way easier.
I don't know if I want to guess that. I'm
six,
feeling a new segment
of the 6. Where do you think he ranks, my friend?
He's got to be ahead of John Runyon, right? Is he ahead of Runyon?
He is ahead of Runyon. Can confirm.
So I'd say he's ahead of 3 guys, and it's Runyon, Van Landen. Oh, who's the other guy we keep?
Huh? So we got Nyman, Van Landen, Banks, and then you have
Runyon, Patrick.
Myers, Patrick, Runyon. Yeah.
Myers. Yeah, I'm gonna say he's in run blocking. He's ahead of Van Landen, Myers, and Runyon.
So you think he is 3rd?
I think he's 3rd.
Okay. I'm double checking here with my handy dandy. Okay. Yep. All right. He is 4th of the 6 in run blocking grade. It goes Josh Nyman, 81. Van Landen, 67. Myers, 60.7. Banks, 57. Patrick, 55. Runyon.
Wow.
50.
Wow. That surprises me a lot.
I would not have guessed Nyman 67. I would not have guessed that the distribution between the run and pass blocking was where it was. I would have guessed probably the opposite, but not that extreme. And yeah, that is surprising to see that Nyman has an 81 on the ground to help the run blocking, and then 46 in pass pro. I believe Billy Turner is out of the NFL. Still believing in Jason Spriggs is a great comment also. I love that. That's really good. Hey, you got to draft them athletes, which, to be fair, you do. Yes, you like drafting the athletes for sure. But sometimes, they moved up for him, didn't they? Slightly.
For who?
Spriggs? Did they move up for him?
I don't remember, but we just did a deep dive into Packers draft history like 2 episodes ago, so we can't do it again today.
We can't.
I'm gonna give you a choice though for our next segment.
Okay. Is there anybody we're buying stock, selling stock? Anyone else? Do we feel a little bit of buying Christian Watson right now? Are we in the midst of a buy here? Did you already buy it in Pittsburgh?
I already bought on Christian Watson, and he hasn't done anything to make me sell.
Okay.
I think like other than the route tree, I'm
for sure
been pretty happy with him. He was pretty clutch for us in that Vikings game, making the kinds of catches that we haven't seen the Packers wide receivers making consistently recently.
Yeah.
So I appreciated that. There were a number of third down catches for first downs, at least 2 that he had, that I felt like, you kind of almost didn't have any business catching that ball. And I'm glad that you sustained the drive because we were about to punt there.
Yeah.
So I appreciated that. I'm going to continue to sell stock on Brandon McManus.
I think that's fair.
I'm gonna show you something here. Well, I'm gonna tell you something here. Okay. So believe it or not, the Packers have only lost 3 games so far this year. I know it feels like they've lost 5, but they've only lost 3.
No. Well, the Dallas one feels like the 4th loss, right? Because it was a tie.
So to me, a tie is a loss. It always feels like a loss. I would never be excited about a tie.
It definitely felt like it. Which I would love to play that game.
We've lost 3 games. We've lost 3 games.
Yeah.
How many points did we lose? What was the most number of points we lost a game by this year? Clock's ticking.
3. Right?
Yeah.
All 3 of them.
There you go. Yeah, all 3.
All 3 were by 3.
We've lost.
Right? Yeah, because
we've lost
13,
all 3 by exactly 3.
13-10, 10-7, and what did Carolina get to? What did we get to? 16-13, I think. Had to be that. Mm-hmm. It wasn't like anything weird, and it wasn't the same as Cleveland. Okay, yeah.
So the games we lost, Cleveland, McManus was 1 of 2.
Blocked. He's been blocked.
Carolina, we lost by 3. He was 2 of 3. Philly, we lost by 3. He was 0 of 1. So first of all, fire this dude into the sun.
Yeah, he was. He he missed kicks in the Pittsburgh game too, and they were down 16-7.5, and it felt like, oh my gosh, we can't kick anymore. We're not doing the kicking thing.
He went 2 of 4 in the Pittsburgh game.
Yeah.
So there's only been 2 games that we have won where he missed field goals, and that was he was 2 of 3 in the Washington game and 2 of 4 in the Pittsburgh game.
I was gonna guess the other one.
He is also playing with so much fire. Every single kick, extra points, field goals, he's taking so freaking long to go kick the ball that there's a dude with like fingertips on the ball on every single kick.
Yeah.
I'm calling it. The Lions will block a kick of his, and it's his fault. The Cleveland kick that got blocked
worse.
was his fault. Yes, it was also Musgrave's fault.
There's a worse team that could block his kick that I feel like might also do it. I would prefer Chicago not to, but I have a very sinking feeling that they also might block one, which would suck.
Can I sell stock on the schedule makers for giving us 5 division games in 7 weeks to end the freaking season?
Yeah.
I heard somebody, was it?
Okay, can we just sell it in general?
John Meerdink said that he thinks that it should be like a rule when you're making the NFL schedule that you have to play each one of your 3 division rivals once in the first 6 games of the season.
I was gonna say
and then
half, but
then the other 3 have to occur within the final 8 games of the season.
Yeah, I would love to. I
think that's exactly right.
This has been madness what we're watching, and it's not even just the North too. The Indy has not played Houston or Jacksonville yet.
It's wild.
They haven't played either of them. That is impossible. What are we doing?
Like, if you're going to play your division rival twice in a season, you want it to be like reflective of how your teams have evolved over the course of the season.
Yeah.
You learn nothing. It's demonstrative of nothing when you play the same team twice in 3 weeks.
Like, it feels so cool that we got to see Dallas Philly Part 2 in week 12 after a week 1 opener. That is sick. That's what I want. Okay? And yes, we got Rams Seahawks 2 weeks ago, and we're going to get it, week 16 or 17 or whatever it is. That's I can live with that. The other problem is the 2 games in 3 weeks thing is so dumb. It's unbelievably stupid. New York and Philly played 2 games in 3 weeks. Chicago and Green Bay are doing it. What are we doing?
And knock this is that the off. Year in a row they've made us do this.
Knock this off
Bears
for sure. We can't be doing this. This is it's awful. Luckily, the Colts aren't doing it. They didn't give the Colts that with Houston and Jacksonville. They're not doing that, but they are playing back-to-back in 2 separate occasions. It's just it's crazy what we're doing divisionally with some of these. It's just it's outrageous. It is outrageous. I can't stand it. I'm trying to find other ones that are. I mean, like obviously, yeah, Chicago, right, and Green Bay both have essentially that. Trying to think who else does, if there are, but there's probably another one out there somewhere, which just makes it silly. The Chiefs have 3 and 4 weeks to end the season, which is weird in itself. Like it's all over the place, and I'm not here for it. Like there are plenty of I don't know ways to do this. Like the Rams and Cardinals haven't played; they're playing week 14 and 18. Like, I get it. That's a little more spread out, but, also, why? Yeah, I just, at the very least, split it down the middle. You're playing everybody before the midway part in the season. Playing everybody after the midpoint in the season. It's very simple. We can do that. It's okay.
Well, the other thing, too,
because
is
then the Bears have a balanced schedule, because now it's very fair to question the Bears right now because of who they've played to this point. And now you're going to get just like this, it's cool as Packer fans if they just completely implode, right? Like, that's really cool. But also, I understand if, Bears fans are like, okay, why aren't we spacing out, games against teams above 500? Like, what are we doing here? You had a feeling if the Bears were in contention that the Packers and Lions were both going to be above 500 this year. And you've got 3 games left against them, 2 against the same team. And it's just simply, what are we doing? We're playing Philly, then we're playing Green Bay, then we got Green Bay again in 2 weeks, and then we got the Lions again. What's happening here? I don't understand this. And yes, obviously things can change, right? Indy becoming, an 8-3 team was not on many people's bingo card. I don't even think even the biggest Patriot believers coming into the season didn't think they would be 10-2. So yes, I get some of it is some of it's backloaded on accident, but you can kind of tell also when you're putting this together. Even Green Bay, the rest of the way, it's nuts. It's Detroit, Chicago, the Broncos, Chicago, the Ravens, and then Minnesota. It's like in everyone's like best case scenario, the schedule makers are going, well, maybe even the Vikings might be above 500. This is gonna be insane. Like going into the season, I was circling. I'm like, oh my gosh, Green Bay, Baltimore is going to be sick. Baltimore is 6-5. I get it, but they're healthy now. They're ramping up towards the postseason, and it's just like, okay, we could do a way better job of spacing out some of these games where we are trying to project what's going to happen during the season. It just feels like we've gone so far off course. It's nuts.
And it's super annoying. We all agree that. There are some fun aspects to the way this is going to shake out that I do want to take a minute to appreciate. So this Thanksgiving Day game between the Lions and the Packers has enormous ramifications for the NFC North title. If the Packers win this game, they have a 74% chance of winning the division. If they lose it, they have a 31% chance of winning the division. The Lions are not, because they have a division loss already, they are not sitting as pretty. They have a 55% chance of winning the division if they win this game. And if they lose this game, their odds of winning the division drop down to 11%. Now, you may be asking yourself, hey, Self, I know that the Vikings are not any good and they don't have a quarterback, and so obviously, who cares about them? But the Bears have a good record right now, so where do they sit? Right now, they have roughly only about a 30% chance of winning the division. And if they lose even one game, it drops to a 10% chance of winning the division.
Yeah.
And that would be if they lose to any non-division rival. That happens. So they have 2 games coming up against the Packers.
Yep.
And I just can't bring
days.
myself. I can't bring myself to believe that just about anything about those games, particularly the first game, is going to have anything to do with the Bears. Like, even with Jaquan Brisker coming back, to me, that is 100% going to be about what version of the Packers do you get. Are the Packers going to be playing average ball or better, or are they going to crap the bed? We've seen them crap the bed against a couple teams this year.
Yeah.
You know, if you get the version that showed up against the Panthers, then sure, they'll struggle with the Bears.
Yeah.
I do not believe that the Bears are good. They have 8 wins right now.
It's hard to believe.
I think they are really going to struggle to get to 10 wins from here on out. They have 6 games left in the regular season. Tell me where their 2 wins are coming. Because so far,
it's
their
a tricky
schedule has just been cupcakes. Like the combined winning percentage, like by far the best team they have beaten is Pittsburgh. And that was an Aaron Rodgers-less Pittsburgh. That was freaking Mason Rudolph, one of the worst quarterbacks in the NFL.
Yeah.
So
and
their combined winning percentage, the combined winning percentage of the teams that they have played and beaten is like 20%. This is the worst schedule.
Outrageous.
So these last 6 games they play, I'm going to read the teams to you. You tell me where the 2 more wins are going to come from to get them from 8 to double digits. Eagles, Packers, Browns, Packers, 49ers, Lions. I actually think the most winnable game for them there is not playing the Browns at home at Ford Field, at Soldier Field.
Yeah.
I think it's playing the Lions in the last game of the season.
I think San Francisco to me is the one that it feels like could be the weird game where they come out on top. But yeah, I mean, when you think about this Bears team, and this is
that game is at Santa Clara, by the way.
It is. This is what I find really interesting. Okay, I want to go to I want to talk about the 4 teams that are 8-3 right now. Okay, because Chicago's obviously one of them, right? 4 teams are 8-3. Okay, Chicago, Philly, Seattle, and Indy. Okay, Let's talk about some point
Philly,
differentials.
Seattle and Indy.
Let's talk about the point differentials for these 4 teams, okay? Seattle, Indy, Philly, Chicago. Seattle's point differential is an 8-3 team, plus 107, 8-3, okay? Indianapolis, 8-3. They're a plus 112 point differential, okay? Philadelphia Eagles, they're 8-3. A modest plus 30 in point differential, okay? Not great. Tells you they've been winning defensive, kind of rock fights for the most part. Obviously, they've won a lot of close games too. The Rams game was extremely close. Tampa Bay, right? They're gutting wins out, right? Green Bay, obviously. Detroit, they didn't give up a lot of points, and then they lose to Dallas this past week by 3. Chicago Bears are 8-3. Their point differential is -3, guys. They are -3. They were in the red with point differential leading the division.
This is what happens.
Leading the division with a -3 point differential. No one is.
What that happens when you play a bunch of cupcakes and then get absolutely shellacked by the only good teams you play. Now you're going to play basically the 6 best teams you're going to face all year.
The 7-4 Bills are plus 59 at 7-4. Okay, Baltimore and Pittsburgh, JJ, they're
I don't think the Bills are
5.
good either.
Right, exactly. They've in their wins, they're taking care of business. Baltimore and Pittsburgh, right, 6-5, basically sitting on the tier of mediocrity, right? They're both 6-5, and they have positive point differential, plus 14 and plus 11. Like it's silly to obviously whittle it down to just this point differential, but it's like it is kind of wild when you look at it. Of like the 6-5 Houston Texans are plus 61. They are plus 61. As much as they have struggled this year, beating quality teams, and when they beat like a above average, depending on how you feel about like somebody like Buffalo, they're winning close, right? But they are taking care of the bad teams. It is insane to me to try to find the closest team to Chicago in point differential. It's essentially, it's Dallas. Yeah, plus 6. They're 5-5-1. They are directly 500. They are 500. And the Bears have obviously been winning these tight games, right? They beat the Raiders by 1 because they blocked a field goal. The Raiders.
Tight games against
they beat the Raiders by 1.
Crap teams. Yeah.
They beat the Raiders by 1. They beat the Commanders by 1 because nobody can hang on to the ball in an important situation at midfield, right? They beat the Bengals because the Bengals can't tackle anybody. They don't know how to play defense, okay? They beat the Giants. Giants have blown 5 10-point leads this year in the fourth quarter. And Brian Daboll said, you know what? We're going to play Russ instead of Jameis coming in cold against Chicago. Just absolute brain dead decision, right? And then they obviously beat the J.J. McCarthy Vikings 19-17. And the funny part was this: they pretty much dominated that game. Both quarterbacks played horrible, but McCarthy was much worse. And you're up 16-3 in the fourth, and you almost blew it. It took a last-second field goal again. And you beat the Rodgers-less Steelers by 3. The last 2 Mason Rudolph drives were atrocious, and you beat the team by 3 points. You couldn't stop the
Raiders,
run. It's
if
crazy.
The Raiders don't lose to Chicago, how many of their coordinators are fired right now? If they don't lose to Chicago,
I think they probably still are. That's the crazy part. Like, they've still been that bad, and like it is really hilarious. I mean, they lost at Baltimore to Tyler Huntley. All right, they lost by 14 to the Ravens.
That's Pro Bowler Tyler.
They
Huntley
lost by 14 to the Ravens without Lamar.
Snoop Huntley
is unbelievable. Pretty much, obviously, they are in the red because they lost to the Lions by 31, which is tough. You hate to see that, but you actually like to see that. Yes, they do, Drew. Yes, they do. It is insane.
I think it's really interesting when you talk to Packers fans and Lions fans. They don't have one positive thing to say about their teams right now. Not one.
Yeah, it's true.
And you talk to Vikings fans, they don't even want to talk about their team. They're so depressed.
Yeah.
And then you talk to the Bears fans, and they are like,
which
they are so convinced that they are elite, and they are bragging so much right now. And it's so interesting because I think neutral observers outside of the division look at the NFC North and think, yeah, the Lions are legit. I don't really want to play them. Packers are legit. I don't really want to play them. And the disparity between the way that those two fan bases view their teams right now, because those two teams have been underperforming for the middle part of the season here.
Yeah. Detroit, like, not being in the playoffs as of this very moment is, probably a shocking development, right? Like,
there's 8 teams in the NFC who have very good records right now.
Yeah.
And obviously only 7 of them can get in the playoffs.
Yes.
And
so
one of those 8 teams very clearly is an imposter. Again, I don't think the Chicago Bears are going to string together 2 more wins for the rest of the season. I think they're going to finish with 8 or 9 wins.
I feel like they're I would probably bet they get to 10. It's just been that weird kind of year. They're probably going to eke out some win again, close, that they don't deserve. I will say, this is really nice.
But they haven't done that against any good teams, though.
I know, but they're probably still going to do it. It might be
them getting lucky
maybe
with
it's Cleveland. Maybe
Rogers' health. But like that happens when your quarterback is closer to 50 than he is to 30.
Maybe it's Cleveland. No, but I do. It is funny. I have 2 more quick points. One, I find hilarious.
Maybe it's Cleveland, but Cleveland has a fantastic defense.
They do. It's a very
Chicago
weird,
has
it's
no
a weird it's a weird game where it's going to be strength on strength and weakness on weakness, which I think is going to be really interesting to watch.
I think that favors the Browns.
It should, yeah. It definitely should. I do think the Bears have struggled defensively enough where you have Judkins, you have Fannin, right? Like there are some guys on that team who can help you move the ball. One more point of the point differential, because this one's hilarious, honestly. So Chiefs are 6-5. Their point differential is plus 76, believe it or not. That is insane. I couldn't even believe that. I triple checked. I triple checked it. I did a triple take, JJ. I'm like, that can't be right. No, it is. It is. They have lost. They are 1-5 in close games this year, which again regresses. It evens out. They were like 17-0 in one stretch in a row in close games. And that's what I think is really interesting about the Chicago team. Next year's Chicago team's, in my estimation, is probably going to be a better team than this Chicago team is. But they may have exhausted their close wins this year when they're mid, which I find hysterical.
I mean, that would be the most Bears thing to do.
It would. It feels like this year, maybe they are 10-7 and maybe they get in, right? It's the 7th seed and it's, oh my gosh, look what we did this year. And they probably win 2 more close games, right? Let's bring it up to 7-1, in close games. And it would just be very funny if that's how it goes next year, where it's like, oh, they're just, what's happening? We're a better team, but we can't get over the hump in these close games. That will be
next year they'll be better.
Delicious. That will be
next year. They'll be better because Kyle Monangai will be the lead back. And,
well, that's true.
What's his name? DeAndre Swift won't be on the team anymore.
I'm begging Ben Johnson to just please start him. My fantasy team would be very, very appreciative as it searches for its RB2 right now in the midst of already clinching a playoff spot. I need him to be the starter. Anyway, yeah, I do find that very funny. If I were to bet, I'm worried that it feels like that Green Bay will outplay themselves in one of the Chicago matchups. I'm really concerned about that, where it just like, why? Just didn't show up, and they hand them one, and they get the win against San Francisco or Cleveland to get to 10. That's where I think it's probably going to land. Now, as far as the Lions go, JJ, the uphill battle starts Thursday, right? This is a heavyweight fight against Green Bay. They have to play Dallas, who is now starting to kind of creep into frisky but above average. Probably not going to make the playoffs this year, but boy, they are going to, I think, give you some fits. And not to mention, Quinnen Williams has been playing out of his mind since he joined Dallas, and we've seen what the Lions have struggled with. They have struggled with interior pressure. Osa and him, I just feel like it could wreck the game a week from Thursday. Then they play at the Rams. Like, they could be behind an 8-ball in a hurry with 3 games to go. Now, they do have Pittsburgh, Minnesota, Chicago to finish. So they can right the ship. But 10-7 is very possible for this Lions team. And that 10-7, as we've seen, could be on the outside looking in.
Could be.
It could be on the outside looking in.
I think
I went through the ESPN playoff machine
here, though.
It was some tricky stuff. I actually did some really fun stuff with the playoff machine on ESPN, where I had the 10-7 Jags, Texans, Chiefs, Chargers, and the Chiefs and Chargers both missed. And the cool thing is I flipped the Chiefs Cowboys game to a Chiefs win, and not only do the Chiefs get in, JJ, the Chargers get in somehow above Houston and Jacksonville, kicks them both out. I think both races are going to be fascinating. Both races are going to be fascinating. It is going to be a wild stretch, as essentially we've kind of mentioned. Like, I feel like the AFC probably has 9 teams vying for 7, and the NFC has 8 vying for 7. So maybe the schedule makers, as we circle back to this, know what they're doing. It's dumb. Don't like all the division games in a tightly packed sardine container, but they're going to get some entertaining football down the stretch. Especially, AFC South. Goodness sakes. Indy's got to play 4 games against Houston and Jacksonville that are going to mean a ton. So,
well, I think the Lions are very interesting to look at right now because the first thing when you look at who's actually playing right now is you just look at the lineup and you go, who is this team right now? They're missing so many guys who have kind of newly gone out. So, like, Kirby Joseph is not playing in this game.
Yes, this is true.
Expect that he's going to be replaced by Thomas Harper, who's, small sample size. He's got, decent PFF grades for what that's worth. Yeah. But yeah, I've never heard of Thomas Harper. I don't remember him in the draft even. Like you look at how this team has been playing, and it's been absolutely carried by its superstars so far this year. Jack Campbell
for sure,
and Aiden Hutchinson and Kirby Joseph have been the entire defense, just dragging everybody else to competency. No other good linebackers. Brian Branch not playing as well as he normally does. Their corners are terrible. Reed has been the only guy who's been playing halfway competent cornerback for them at all. Terrion Arnold continues to just be the worst of the worst. Yeah. And like along that defensive line,
it is absolute bullet dodge for Green Bay right now.
Oh, it's terrible.
Just an absolute bullet dodge, which I think most of us probably wanted Quinion over Terrion, right? But plenty of interest in getting Terrion on a team that needed a corner. That seems like a massive bullet dodge right now. That Detroit moved up in front of Green Bay. Moved up in front of him to take him. They also took Rakestraw, who really just hasn't played.
I hated Rakestraw as a prospect.
And it's
been
wild.
See it with him. So you know who Rakestraw always reminded me of was the cornerback version of Amari Rodgers. Like undersized and no production. But like people just loved his attitude and thought, hey, he's pretty athletic and therefore he's probably going to be good.
Yeah.
And I hated both of them.
Wasn't big either. That's
super short arms, super short dude, like
small,
like a short
size,
dude,
like 178,
a short dude with abnormally short arms for his short body.
Let me see. I'm gonna pull.
So he's been bad. Terrion has been bad, and like Lions fans,
Rakestraw really just hasn't played. He has like barely played because
that tells you all you need to know. It's a
he's been
horrible
hurt.
cornerback.
He's been hurt. He has two season-ending injuries.
But every time he's been out there, he's been horrific. Just the worst of the worst.
Like, has he played regular season games?
I think he played like 2 regular season games from last year.
That's not a lot at all.
We were talking a lot leading up to the first Lions game this year.
Played 46 snaps.
Amik Robertson coming in to be their nickel corner.
46 snaps.
And he's been bad. We were talking about how he had been kind of trending in a positive direction. And like, was this going to be his breakout year? No, it hasn't been. He's been awful when he has been out there. Offensively, it's kind of the same story. JMO has not been good. Khalif Raymond has not been good. Sam Laporta is out.
Raymond has been costing them with drops.
Their entire pass game right now is the running backs and Amon-Ra. And that's it.
Which is not the worst.
And it's the same story on the offensive line. They're all bad except for Penei Sewell. Now, we talked a bit about, you and I talked about Tate Ratledge and how he's been playing.
Yeah.
And
Pass Pro has been rough.
Pass Pro has been rough for him. I think in the run game, he has not looked like a rookie. So, like, yeah. I can say that for him.
Very, very Josh Nijman splits right now. As we were talking earlier about what has been going on.
Sure.
It's very much a Josh Nijman type of split, which should be beneficial until you play a team like Philly, who has the linebackers to fill all the gaps that are necessary when they do kind of that 7-man distribution, right, with their front 7. And then they have guys like Carter and Ojimo who can get after the quarterback of the interior.
Mm-hmm.
That's when, it has started to fall apart a little bit for Ratledge. And there is a lot of talk. There was even talk, JJ, coming into the season about will the Lions potentially be moving on from Taylor Decker in the 2026 offseason.
Yeah, and he's kind of hitting that cliff. He's not playing horrible football, but the drop off even from last year is just stark.
You would like to see him, up to his standards, and it has not been.
Look, he hit 31 and fell off. It happens every time. Like, unless you're Trent Williams, this is what happens.
It's true.
You hit 31, poof, you're done.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, here's his PFF grades since 2018 was his breakout year. All right. 70.6, 75.9, 82, 75.5, 74.4, 81.1, 77.2. This year, 67.3.
Yeah.
It's a 20-point drop-off in the last 2 years. It's time to hang it up, man. Like get out while the getting's good. The Chargers will take him off your hands. It's going to happen. He's going to go to LA. He's going to play 3 games. He's going to play 3 games. He's going to tweak something and not really feel right the rest of the year.
Dang, so they're gonna lose one of their 2 to start the year again. He's gonna have to play.
Just wait until they go draft Charles Jagusaw, and then he never plays a game for him.
They're drafting Ioane.
Did you see Brian Maffey is out on Ioane as a Packer offensive lineman?
Yeah, it doesn't shock me. He's a true guard who's good.
It's disgusting.
Can't
a true guard that's good.
A true guard that's good? I can't believe Green Bay's out. That's crazy. Who would have thought?
We're gonna be seeing Brock Wright stepping in for Sam Laporta.
Yeah, I know Laporta's hurts them.
Laporta's Dan Campbell said that Laporta's not coming back this year in all likelihood.
Yeah. Which sucks.
He has surgery.
Injury. That's not great. In a sport like this, that is not good. Hopefully he is okay and can continue to play. But you never know. Yeah, and then obviously, of course, the guy who had 55 PPR fantasy points on Sunday. He's a nightmare. He is a nightmare out there. You don't want to be seeing him, but they've strung him out to the edge. They strung him out to the edge in week 1. And, guys like Evan Williams have been sticking their nose into the run game and in doing so at a high level. And that's the type of stuff that you want to continue to see in this game. The real question is a player like Ratledge, how much better has he gotten from week 1 to now that could maybe see an increased success rate in runs that may feature a little bit more of David Montgomery?
I'm very nervous about the Packers' run defense right now.
As you should be, for sure.
They've been bad for a while, and this Vikings game was particularly atrocious. They were very bad against Carolina, horrific against Carolina.
Yeah.
And I felt like that exact same run defense showed up for the Minnesota game. And then the difference between those two games is that Bryce Young is a better quarterback than JJ McCarthy.
Yes.
That's the difference. And
yes.
I'm a big time Bryce Young hater, but he was playing much better. He was carving us up.
Yeah.
And then JJ couldn't carve us up because he couldn't hit any of his receivers.
Yeah.
In fact, he couldn't get his cadence right. He couldn't get his offensive line to snap the ball. He's standing back there clapping like an idiot. I'm sorry, man. This is the NFL. What are you clapping for? You didn't even play last year. You were a rookie last year holding a clipboard with an injury. You should have been learning things like cadence. He can't execute the bare minimum basic fundamentals of how do you be an NFL quarterback. He's that bad. So I'm very nervous for the Packers' run defense in this game. Devontae Wyatt has been struggling hardcore for a few weeks now.
Yeah.
And I get it. He's hurt. He's battling through something. Totally get it. I'm not mad at him. Other guys need to step up. And whether that's Warren Brinson, Carl Brooks has been bad. Lucas Van Ness is not healthy enough to be out there. He played 6 snaps this past week. And was it Halfley or LaFleur? I think it was LaFleur. LaFleur said that it's solely just a function of where he's at health wise. That it was not
not playing this week.
Production / performance. It was he can't be out there because he's not healthy.
Yeah, he's not.
He did say that he didn't suffer a setback. So
it just feels like I would probably be fine with them exercising caution here. Mini bye off of this Thursday game. Let's get healthy for Chicago and move and going forward. That feels like where they should be at with Van Ness, which stinks because you'd love to have him in this Detroit game of all the games, right? But yeah, that kind of feels like where we're at right now, which stinks. It sounds like Brooks maybe not playing. Looked like he got a DNP designation today.
I did see that. Yeah.
So
I have the injury report here. Actually,
probably maybe just going to see a decent bit more of Stackhouse in this one. I don't know. Probably some more Brinson for sure, right? You'll see more of that. As it always does, as I've mentioned plenty, the early down success. If Detroit dominates there, one, it's probably going to be a shorter game, fewer possessions. And 2, it's just never going to get, you get into those games where it's why isn't Parsons doing anything? Blah, blah, blah. It's because they're not letting, they're not getting into the third and mediums and longs where he just destroys people. And big shout out to him for destroying Christian Darrisaw on multiple occasions. And probably one of the most disruptive plays I've ever seen. Destroys the center, moves around the guard. 2 guys are on the ground. I saved the screenshot, and I'm going to use it at some point for a, how it started, how it ended type of thing. You know, that's going to be really sick because that's just, it is so cool. Like Parsons is just like, look at all these guys I've freed up because 2 of the 5 players that you're asking to protect your QB are on the turf. So if there's any defense of JJ McCarthy on Sunday, it's the fact that I believe he was pressured on nearly half of his dropbacks. I think it was 48%. Like if there's any defense, it's like, well, what do you want me to do? Nobody blocked for me.
What do you want me to do? I can't even get my cadence right. How do you expect me to complete a pass?
How do you expect me to handle these guys rushing the passer? How do you expect me to not handle, Darasaw getting beat multiple times?
I can't complete passes on air in shorts. Right. How do you expect me to do it in a game?
Exactly. So it's like McCarthy has been awful, but like also their offensive line has been
and for all the problems that
not good in pass, bro.
Detroit offensive line has at the left 4 spots, Penei Sewell right now is playing the best football of any offensive lineman in the league.
Put Gary over there. Just put Gary over there, okay? One's got to be moving around, all right?
That's a favor to Rashan Gary to be like, hey, look, I know I didn't, get past any of my one-on-ones, but it's because it was Penei Sewell, man. He can't be mad at me.
Perfect.
Hey, shout out to Gary, though. The
good day.
When he ripped JJ's arm back and stripped the ball from him, that was a pretty cool play.
That was fun.
I got a tool for this said JJ McCarthy probably bowls a 3.
A 9.
A 9.
He bowls a 9.
I have to call somebody out in the chat here. Chris the Casual N. I don't appreciate this. All right. His comment says, I feel some Ohio State Wolverines hate there, JJ. Chris, I don't appreciate. Do you know what week it is? Half the reason I'm even doing this podcast episode tonight is to distract myself.
Yeah. Even though we're going to talk about it.
Waking moment this week, I have to be either actively in a conversation with somebody, either listening to them talk or me talking to them, or my brain switches to thinking about the game.
The game is just big brain mode. We'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there. We gotta talk about Turkey
right now because I'm just thinking about the game.
Well, I mean, it just
could be like
last
bringing
year
it up
again
in the middle of the podcast.
Could be like last year again. Lose the game, win the championship.
Honestly, like if you can find betting odds on that, throw $3 on that.
I'm probably going to, yeah.
It's
fair, Chris. It's okay.
Josh Pate picked the team up north to win, which I appreciate because the last 4 years he picked Ohio State to win.
There it is.
So I appreciate him getting that bad juju off of us.
Love that.
If he had picked Ohio State, I think I would have vomited.
JJ would not be here. I'd be doing this show solo if Pate picked Ohio State because JJ would be like, listen, this happened. I can't be here. I'm on the toilet. We're having trouble.
So Jeremiah Smith and Carnell Tate have been injured, and this has been the predominant storyline for the last 3 weeks.
It's okay.
Are they going to be healthy for the game? And
nobody's catching Bo though, JJ. Doesn't matter. Nobody catches Bo.
Yeah, I'm not there with you.
I need that Gus Johnson. I need that Gus Johnson call like I need air to breathe. I need him to say that in the game on Saturday. If he says that is going to be etched in history. Okay? Because then the third time someone says it is going to be when Bo's in the league, which I think will be very cool as well.
Our run game is not where it needs to be, and
it's fair. But I did see one clip of him against Rutgers where it was like, holy crap.
Rutgers is the single worst run defense in FBS this year. It's really not close.
That's fine.
And then UCLA, they're like third or fourth worst.
Well,
so it's been these last 3 games, Purdue, UCLA, Rutgers, have not been a good litmus test of the run game.
Yeah, that's fair.
Now, making guys miss is making guys miss. Breaking tackles is breaking tackles. So
that's
like to see.
That's the one play I was talking about where I was like, holy crap, that was awesome. But yes, I do. It is going to be a different story for sure on Saturday. So
Jonathan says, I just hope the Mike linebacker does the AJ Hawk thing on Monty. The AJ Hawk thing? On David Montgomery? So you hope Quay does the AJ Hawk thing.
The AJ Hawk thing. Hold on, I'm looking.
For a second, I was really confused. And I thought, since we're talking about Ohio State, Michigan,
oh, you said that? I can't believe you said that just now.
For a second, I thought that he was referencing this.
Maybe.
So that's Zach Barryn from a bunch of years ago. But this is like the greatest photo ever from that rivalry. So I'm not sure what you're talking. What's the AJ Hawk thing?
Yeah, I don't honestly, I don't know. Oh no. Too old.
I'm embarrassed that I don't know what the AJ Hawk thing is. You got to explain to us, Jonathan.
Yeah, definitely.
You hope Quay does the AJ Hawk thing on David Montgomery. I'm nervous to Google that. I don't think I want to Google it. I'm not sure. The injury report, by the way.
Yes.
Jake. There was an injury designation that popped up this week. For one Packers player that we don't see very often anymore now that Mercedes Lewis is not on the team. And that was veteran rest. There was a player who is not injured given veteran rest.
Someone's old enough for that?
Definitely not. The player in question is 28 years old.
Oh no. 28.
So I think we can safely read between the lines and say it's not veteran rest, it's you're fat and lazy rest. Any guesses who it was?
28.
28-year-old who needed veteran rest because he's out of shape.
It's got to be Gary.
It's not Gary.
It's not.
It's somebody I have no problem
with. Is he not 28?
Gary's got to be 27 or 28.
He's got to be around there. 20. Who's 28? Who's 28 years old?
The answer's staring at you right in the face.
I'm not looking.
Everybody watching the stream knows.
I'm trying to guess
the answer.
I didn't look at the injury report. Okay. I was busy working on some stuff today. In between work to look at the injury report.
It's the dude 28. I have insulted the second most in this episode after JJ McCarthy.
Oh, Aaron Banks.
Yeah. Aaron Banks at 28 years old got veteran rest this week.
What class was he?
Aren't you glad we're paying him $65 million?
He's 28? What class was he?
He's 28.
Was he a 24-year-old rookie?
He is
was he a 24?
He was in the 2021 class. 2021 class. So he was a 24-year-old rookie.
What the heck?
Just a sack of crap.
Ew. Leonardo DiCaprio is not pleased with this fact.
It's so frustrating to me to look at this dude's.
Oh gosh, that was fun.
Time played and PFF grades, leading up to this season, and then try and squint and look sideways and figure out what the heck Goody was looking at when he signed this bozo.
Yeah.
I mean, I know what he was looking at. He was looking at the fact that the guy's 6'5" and played for the 49ers.
He called Lynch and goes, "Hey, how's this guy?" And Lynch goes, "Well, we're not bringing him back, so he's good."
Was born in 1997. That sounds like somebody I want to pay $65 million to. So let's talk about Packers defense versus Lions offense. What's the key to winning this game?
Okay, Gary is not 28 yet.
So yeah, I think I said he was 27. Didn't I say 27?
He is 27 and 357 days. So he will be 28 by the Bear game. December 3rd. So there you go. Fun fact.
How do we stop the Lions run game? If we can
Good
get
play
them
from
to
Quay.
start throwing the ball to Amon-Ra and Gibbs, which is their entire offense, is throwing it to those two guys or running the ball.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's going to have to involve living either A and base defense to make sure you stop the run, which I believe they did week 1, a decent bit.
Jay Skate, do I know you?
And then
Jay Skate, are you Justin?
Dropping the safety and dropping Evan Williams, rolling him into the box. Right, that's it. And better play from Quay. Right, you need Quay to be in the right gap to help this defense out on early downs. Like that has to happen. So it's just straight up just going to be better execution. So that's the name of the game. Just stop this.
I'm so pleased with myself. I saw this comment coming from Jay Skate, and I looked. It says it's all lowercase. It says get to Goff ... game 1, and I said to myself, that is exactly how my buddy Justin types everything. And it has to be Justin because he works at a skate place. So Jay Skate, that's got to be him. There we go. That's Justin. Called it.
There you
go. Getting pressure on Goff obviously is going to be crucial, and I'm not that nervous about our pass rush.
That's going to happen.
I'm more nervous about forcing Detroit into passing situations.
Yep.
If we can force them into passing situations. Now, here's a question I have for you, Jake.
Yeah.
Do you want Keisean Nixon active for this game, or would you feel more comfortable having him sidelined?
Glad you asked that.
I'm just asking about this game in particular.
I'm so glad you asked that.
What you got for us?
This is yards per cover snap.
It is so tiny and blurry.
I know. This is as good as we can do. I did the thing. I promise.
Can you DM me? This helps.
Okay.
Yeah, that helps.
Okay, that's a little better. I know it's still a little blurry.
Yards per coverage snap allowed in man and zone. So I haven't looked at where any of the dots are, but probably safe to assume that Keisean Nixon is in a corner. Probably, I'm going to guess he's good in man and awful in zone. Okay, now where is he?
I'm circling him.
So that is zone coverage.
This is good in both, sir.
Good in zone and man.
Good in both.
Stats lie like dogs.
So there you go.
Here's the thing. He has games where he's very good in both. And he has games where look at Carrington Valentine. Look at my dude Carrington.
I know. So Carrington, awesome spot. All right, you want to have some fun now?
Oh, I see Eric Stokes up there.
Stokes having good. Here's DJ Reed.
Okay. DJ Reed, and directly above him, Eric Stokes
is up here. Yep.
Derek Stingley.
Here's our buddy Terrion Arnold. Tough.
Oh,
not many guys over here, by the way. Not many guys in this quadrant.
Right next to him.
This quadrant is a rough quadrant, by the way. Newsom's in here. Tyreek Stevenson's in here. Deontay Banks has been rough in New York.
Is Nate Hobbs on here at all?
I don't think he's qualified. I think he's missed too many games now.
Thank God.
For the snap count to be high enough.
Professor Cake's in the chat. Haven't seen you in a while. Is
Amik Robertson still a Lion?
We talked about him like 15 minutes ago.
Yeah, he's down here
on this episode.
He's down here. So
not too far from Kool-Aid McKinstry.
It'll be interesting to see. Right.
It's interesting how that cornerback class aged like milk. Like other than Quignon and who was the other guy who went to Cooper DeJean. Other than Quignon and Cooper DeJean, it's like the Eagles got the only two decent cornerbacks, and everybody else
that was last year, right?
To high heavens.
Lassiter would be the other.
Yeah, we liked Lassiter.
Lassiter
was Kinchins in that class, or was he in the next class?
Kinchins was in that class.
Kinchins was in this most recent class, wasn't he?
No, Kinchins is in year 2. Lassiter's right here, by the way, near Nixon and Ramsey.
Yeah.
But yeah, when you look at McKinstry, Arnold, Max Melton is down here. Sainer still is down here as well.
It's interesting that Sainer still's struggling right
Which
now.
I feel like the slot, it seems at least when you're in zone, the slot guys seem to be giving up more. Like Witherspoon's over here. You see him good at man coverage, but he's played a lot of slot. Doesn't surprise me that the zone coverage. Like Melton and Sainer still have played the slot.
Yeah, because when you're playing zone, when you're in the slot in the zone, who are you getting matched up against 90% of the time?
Yeah.
It's the tight end.
Also, DeJean's over here too.
It's a huge size mismatch.
So DeJean's over here. Kenny Moore's over here, another slot guy. So it's not surprising that you see, Hobbs is here. Here he is. Found him.
It's shocking that he's
better man cover
highly
guy
for man coverage.
Not really when you remember that he's physical, and he'll probably just like his best course of action is disrupt the route immediately, and that's how you win. Where it's like the zone, the longer developing stuff.
That's how you win as long as the refs don't throw a flag on you.
This is true. This is true. But yeah, so that's interesting. It seems like if Detroit is in zone coverage, which is interesting because I feel like I've heard all week as well. It's like, okay, which not all week, it's been 2 days, but it's like Detroit in man coverage. If they get them in man coverage, I feel like they're going to still have opportunities to win. And yet here we are in zone coverage with Robertson and Arnold being pretty atrocious in zone coverage in terms of the yards per cover snap, at least. Whereas Reed's obviously been a lot better. But that's one guy. And you don't have Kirby Joseph.
Jake, I have to
the possibility of the game on Thursday opening up the same way the game opened up 2 years ago. It's got to be in the back of your mind a little bit of like, Watson's going to be involved early in this one. Doubs is probably going to be involved early in this one. I don't think we're going to see Reed, although Matt LaFleur's been a little coy of like, yeah, we'll wait and see Thursday at noon, blah, blah, blah.
He's getting his
yeah.
He's getting his like guru.
He's like doing the
costume on.
He's doing the thing of like, who's my quarterback going to be?
Mm-hmm. Right. Mm-hmm. He's doing the
who's it going to be?
Yeah, it comes out. He's like, yeah. What is close? Jayden Reed close, you say?
Yeah.
What is close?
We'll say the other thing. For those of us still on the train with a little bit of stock, where's 0 at? Could happen. It's not impossible. Could see a little something.
Still not nervous. But I have a question.
Yeah,
for you,
I don't
Jake.
think
this is a football question.
Also,
football question.
One more thing on this chart before you ask that.
Okay.
I say
leave the chart up.
Can't believe Seattle almost traded this guy. There was a lot of talk about that, at least based on
we were
this
shocked
chart.
That he was allegedly on the trade block.
Yeah, like can't believe they were thinking about it, but here he is.
You and I were all in
Reek
on
Woolen.
let's go get him.
Yeah, we absolutely should have.
I mean, everybody wanted that to happen.
Yeah.
I remember what's her name? What's the girl's name who calls herself the fan GM and everybody loves her? Brunette.
Fan GM. Oh, Kay Adams.
Kay Adams, yeah. She was big on trying to make that happen. So here's my football question. You can't duck it anymore. You have to answer it.
Okay, I will not duck it.
If you are calling a defense and you are playing against an opponent who keeps calling a cheaty Sclant, how would you defend that?
A what?
A Sclant.
A Sclant.
Yeah, it's also known as Devontae Adams. All right, so this is Devontae is in the slot, and he runs a slant route, but it's cheaty, right? How would you defend that? It's impossible to defend. How would you defend it?
3 guys.
You'd triple Devontae?
Yes, for sure. For sure, you gotta triple him. You must triple him. There's no other option.
But what if you go to triple Devontae, and that's when your opponent runs the ball? Hard play action.
Here's the great
dead
news.
In the water.
Here's the great news.
You're dead
3
in the
guys.
water.
3 guys guarding Devontae off of play action. If 2 of them have the wherewithal to blitz from that alignment, I feel like you're in good shape. Because if they have to even think about the protection over there, with play action, you're in phenomenal shape right now. It's like, hey, these 2 guys, there's one guy who might stay on him, but these 2 might be coming, or these 2, or these 2. You might drive somebody like Goff, definitely McCarthy, insane.
I think where you're really dead is if you've been
like
trying to defend. You're trying to defend the slant, and you go like basically you take your corners and you run trips right over Devontae in the slot.
That's interesting.
With your corners, you do that, but your opponent runs a play action off of a jet sweep, right? So it's the jet sweep runs, fake the handoff, keep it, and then pass it to the guy running the jet sweep. Oh my gosh, he's on the other sideline, and your trips over on Devontae completely taken out of the play. Nothing you can do.
Are they throwing it back to
every time?
Are they throwing it back to Winston after they throw it backwards to the jet sweep?
Jameis Winston. Winston.
Is he gonna destroy? Is he gonna push one of my linebackers' face into the dirt? I do not want that to happen.
Your only option is you have to force an interception on this play. If you can't force an interception, you're dead in the water.
You're cooked.
Yeah.
Simply are cooked.
Professor Cakes is one-upping us. How about having just 2 inside linebackers playing spy? It's a slant. I assume it's a short throw over the middle.
But if there's play action involved, as per the scriptures, the linebackers must honor the run. Okay? They must honor the run in a play action. You must.
I think your only option here for survival is if the quarterback you're playing against is awful. Like we're talking Jayden McCarthy.
How about I have Surtain on Adams? Can I have Surtain? I would like Surtain for Adams. The guy way up here.
Maybe just have him jump the route, right?
This fella.
Just have him jump the route.
Actually, you know what? No, I can double Devontae, not triple. Give me Surtain and give me DeJean for the double. We're feeling pretty good.
Two very French-sounding last names.
Yeah, Surtain and DeJean, and we're winning.
Is French cornerbacks
we've won the Paris
key?
Game.
This
we've
is
won
the key.
Paris international game with Surtain and
DeJean
against Devontae. Okay.
Yeah,
we've won the Paris game.
This is how you survive the slant is with French cornerbacks
in Paris. Yeah, in the
French cornerbacks
series.
In Paris defending
in
the
international
slant.
series.
I think we found our title for this week's episode. French cornerbacks in Paris defending the slant.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's the one.
Do you mind if we do a new segment?
Yeah.
Presented by Redacted Energy.
Yes, it's called ACC clinching. No. Have you seen those? We got to talk about that at the end.
Jay Skate in the chat here texted me after last week's episode, and he said he thought it was hilarious that I'm doing this long segment talking about Redacted Energy and the flavors of it while wearing a Mountain Dew hat. He's like, you're going on and on about how you're not gonna do any promos for Redacted because they aren't sponsoring you, but then you're just wearing a Mountain Dew logo the whole episode.
That's fair. That's Mountain Dew's got enough money though, right? And Redacted, I feel like could use some boots on the ground potentially, a little bit more at least, and that's the plan. That is the plan.
I mean, I agree because Redacted clearly doesn't even have enough staff members to respond to emails that I send them on the regular asking them to sponsor our show.
Yes.
There is a whole other phase to this game. We've already talked about special teams. We've talked about the defense. there's a whole other component to this Packers-Lions game, which is the Packers offense has been putting up more points the last few weeks. They've committed far fewer, almost no procedural penalties.
Yeah.
It's a lot cleaner. All right. You remember our crashing out episode, which was us bottoming out.
What happened?
Actually, I shouldn't say us. You bottoming out.
No, what happened? It's all a blur. I don't remember. No can recall.
This was when I had a migraine, and then my wife was like, "Okay, you say you have a migraine, but you're screaming into the microphone, so I'm not sure how much I buy that." So the offense has been playing better these last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
What is your confidence level that the offense is going to have a good day against the Lions defense on Thursday?
7. 7.5, somewhere in there. I'm not.
My biggest concern.
I thought about doing the thing, but I'm not gonna do. I didn't do the thing. I stayed away.
What's the thing?
What?
Is it French cornerbacks in Paris defending the Sclant?
No.
My biggest concern for our offense this week, by far, is the offensive line. Do you have a bigger concern for the offensive line?
No, because that's obviously going to drive everything else, right? Like that's part of,
It's also the phase of the offense that's still not really working.
Yeah, it's the part of the offense that's going to dictate a lot. Playing against a big unit on the interior, Aiden Hutchinson, right? That's it's can you run the football effectively? Is play action still, an option for you? Like that, like all of this, are you going to have to be in drop back pass a lot and hope you can pass? Yeah, everything's going to come down to, is this unit gelling? Is this unit getting better? Can Banks play better? Can they get something out of the right guard position, no matter who's playing it, right? Like all of this, that's why, these last couple years, not this year as much, but like last year, you go, man, how do you beat Philly when their offensive line is just pile driving you and they have the best running back in the league? Like, what are you supposed to do, right? Last year, there's no debating it. You can say what you want. Last year, it was the truth, but it's just
last year he was playing behind the best offensive line. That's for sure.
Yeah, and he's the second or third most explosive running back. That's what happens. But like that's
what happens when you have a hole as big as a barn to run through every play.
Well, sounds like something Green Bay should get on that. Green Bay should get on that. They could have the best running back. So, that's something they should think about.
Screaming at the top of his lungs.
Maybe, just maybe.
I can't believe he's running so far.
Maybe,
no
just maybe.
Anywhere near him.
Maybe, just maybe. It's time to draft a freaking guard. I know. Crazy.
You're preaching to the choir.
Never been heard before. I'm not preaching to the choir. I'm preaching to the guy at the pew up there saying, let's draft tackles who we think can play guard. It's him. He's the one who needs to be preached to. That fella, right? But like that's what I mean. If you have a dominant offensive line, like it just everything goes. Everything goes. So I have a 7 or 7.5 on the confidence meter about the offense.
Like a 6,
it's
7
just, again,
or so.
Yeah, why? Why do that?
I have a hold on a second. Hold on.
The trenches, it means everything. This we talked about this
Jake,
week 1.
You're going too fast.
Right? We talked about this week 1. Trenches is everything in this game. It's everything. Who cares about receivers or running backs? Really good running backs like Jahmyr Gibbs. Everything. It's going to be decided with them boys up front. Period. Pretty old.
I was trying to ask you a question because you're telling me you're not preaching to the choir.
I was still going.
You're preaching to the guys upstairs. So my question is, are you preaching to Goody or are you preaching to Ed Policy? Because we have an Ed Policy question.
Goody.
Goody's
the one talking about the guards.
Policy to come,
the no guards.
Come in
Ed
and
Policy needs to walk into that room.
Some sense into Goody.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ed Policy going, hey, this Emmanuel Pregnon, pretty good, huh? Chase Basantis, pretty good pass protector, huh? Hey, this Venga Ioane, he pretty good, huh? And Goody's
really
like,
good.
no, but we like this Brian Parker cat from Duke. He's played tackle, but when you put him in at guard or center, he'd be really good.
Tool for this wants to know is
Then he gets
smacked
smacked in the face.
An Edward policy or an Edmund policy? And the answer is he is an Edward, but do you know what his middle name is? I'll give you a clue. He was born in Youngstown, Ohio, and he attended both Notre Dame and Stanford. So what do you think his middle name is?
Notre Dame. He attended Notre Dame and Stanford?
Notre Dame and Stanford. So what do you think his middle name is?
Ed, Northern College Football Policy.
You couldn't be more
wrong?
accurate. Technically, it's Regis, but that is absolutely correct.
That's his middle name. That's going to the title.
Edward.
Go to the title.
Edward Regis Policy.
Okay, I like Edward Northern College Football Policy better.
Edward Northern College Football Policy.
He's got to have some. He's got to have some takes about where Notre Dame is in the rankings. He's got to have some takes about that.
Did you see Paul Feinbaum grouching about how the media is so biased in favor of Notre Dame? And it's like, listen, man.
No, I did not, but also good.
Correct. It doesn't matter if you're correct. That is the most tone deaf,
but good,
least self-aware thing I've ever heard in my life. Of all people, Paul Feinbaum grouching about media bias toward somebody in college football.
Paul Fine with 4-loss SEC team in the playoff bomb. This should be his
I want to give
we got new names. We're giving people new names.
Professor Cakes, who's still been trying to solve this Sclant question in the chat here.
If you find the solution on Madden, you come back and let us know.
Yeah, so he wrote a book in the comments about his theory. All right, he wants to have 2 middle linebackers playing spy. He says they're not committed to a zone because they're playing spy. Sure, if it's a play action boot, you'd hope your linebackers playing spy would realize that. Then they could drop their spy assignment on the quarterback.
Gosh, you would hope so.
Assuming it's not a running quarterback.
Who my
which
linebackers?
Is why again I say you're hoping that your quarterback is not a game wrecker. Then they could drop back in pass coverage. He says that's a I went to private school name I've ever heard.
I mean, Notre Dame,
so
Stanford.
So true.
Them places you get into. Yeah.
With a middle name like Regis, they come knocking. At your second birthday, they come knocking on the door saying, "We got your acceptance letter, Harry Potter, right here.
True.
You've been on the list."
Yeah.
All right, so I'm still like, yes, the offensive line is the most important part, but I also think it's the one area where we still haven't seen any improvement in the offense. The quarterback receiver communication has been better. Those guys are much more on the same page. I felt like there was a 7 or 8 play sequence in the second quarter where Jordan Love was kind of doing the Carolina game thing again of like he had 6 passes in a row where he missed just like a horrible inaccurate pass on all 6. And then one of them, like the 5th or 6th in that sequence, still ended up getting caught, but it was seemed almost on accident because the ball got tipped and then just kind of into Wicks's hands end over end. Yeah. And Wicks like levitated 4 feet in the air to snag it. And if he hadn't, there was a Minnesota defender behind him that was gonna catch it.
You talk about the fadeaway jumper? Or you talking about
the things? Tipped fadeaway jumper? Sure, yeah. He's got a guy right in his face. He's fallen backwards, deep in his own territory. It's 3rd down, at like the 17-ish yard line. Guy's right in his face. Thanks to one of the guards. I forget which guard it was, right or left, but throws the fadeaway jumper. It gets tipped, And Wicks just says, "I'll take that," and levitates in the air and snags it out of the air. And then Love calmed down again after that. But there was a six passes in a row. One of them he just dirts it. Missed a couple others. So like that's still a lingering thing to me of sometimes the offensive line is just breaking down so much in pass pro and Jordan starts getting spooked. And that I feel like has not been a staple calling card of his game for his tenure as the Green Bay starter. But in the last few weeks, we've seen that at times.
Fadeaway
Not
jumper
so much
Jordan?
in the Giants game. Huh?
Fadeaway jumper Jordan? That's some of the
Jordan,
best plays he's ever made.
Air Jordan, if you will. No, I'm talking
The
about
fadeaway jumper king is back. And let me tell you,
talking about that.
you ain't want to see him. You ain't want to see him on Thanksgiving. You ain't want to see him. Okay?
I'm hoping that we
Blitz
get
at your own risk.
A replay of the 2023 Thanksgiving game.
Or
Is
2024.
that the right year?
Either way. Pick one.
I'm gonna be honest, that the 2024 Thanksgiving game is not. That's not like emblazoned in my memory. Didn't we won that one big? Didn't we? Wasn't that a big? That was we played the Dolphins. No, I'm thinking about the 23 when we're playing the Lions.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I'm good.
the Dolphins
way.
game was fun. That's right.
I'm good either way. You want? I'm good. We could do either way. Tua. I don't remember. I think Tua like threw a lot of passes, completed a lot of them because they were underneath.
Was that Tua's last good game before his brain stopped working?
I don't know.
Surely he didn't play many games after that where his brain was working.
Let me see. No, he did play a good game after that. Actually, the week after that.
And then he
It went
died.
well. What? I don't know about that. But anyway. But anyway, either way, Jordan's played two. They just can't keep Jordan Love off Thanksgiving. Which is fine by me. He's
Hey, at least he got his
done
turkey
well.
leg last year.
Yes.
Is he going to get a turkey leg this year? It's like a two-part question. Like, number one, is his team going to win? Number two, if his team does win, do they give him the turkey leg he is owed? Because 2 years ago they didn't.
I would like them to win. So and Tom Brady has to personally deliver said turkey leg. That's what I want. Okay.
I mean, at the very least,
But-
Tom Brady is not going to rip the turkey apart like Greg Olsen did. I hate Greg Olsen, by the way. Not like as a person, but as a commentator, I hate listening to him announce games. It is the worst. I'd rather listen to Tom Brady call a game than Greg Olsen.
Tom Brady almost dropped the N-word. How would you rather listen to him?
I didn't hear that.
He
I don't
almost
listen to
did
a lot
that.
of games.
He almost did that on Sunday.
Which game was this?
On Sunday. He almost did it. He was very close. You can find it on Twitter, I promise.
Can you say fine fellow, but like give us the sentence that he said, but say fine fellow.
He tried to say Landon Dickerson's name, and it did not go well.
Oh. Okay, so it was an honest mistake, you're saying?
Yes, but he did.
Oh, okay.
He did do it. It did happen, and he was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I can't believe I did that."
What's this in reference to? Jay Skate said almost is not the same as doing it. Almost what? What did we say almost about?
I'm with you, Joe. I'm with
Iowa
you.
Joe.
I
Hey,
don't know how
Iowa
he
Joe
can
has his
cross.
own channel now, his own YouTube account to comment on stuff.
I
Good
agree.
good on ya. Good on ya.
I
Iowa.
agree.
Brady over Olsen, blasphemy.
I agree. It is
I can't stand listening to Greg
among
Olsen.
JJ's worst takes of all time, for sure. I agree with you, Joe. It is up there with his worst.
Olsen drives me nuts because he latches
he's educating fans. I can't believe he
drives me nuts because he latches onto football information that is false. Like what? he'll lock onto like
CJ, I'm the reason that off, man. You're gonna lose me pretty quickly here. I wouldn't keep going. I think this is perhaps your worst take ever. I would just stop. I beg you to stop. This take is outrageously bad. It is so bad. I can't be here for it. I can't be here for it.
I don't know. I don't know why you like Greg so much.
JJ,
but clearly I need to get the hater blockers back out because you're being a hater right now.
Oh man, I felt like rage coming out for a second there, and I just need to take some deep breaths.
Right now, you're making the face that JJ McCarthy is making in this picture as he's squeezing one out on the field.
I need to breathe. I just need to breathe, guys. I need about 30 seconds. I almost crashed out for a second time in 3 weeks. We were extremely close.
I'm not scared. You're not going to kick me off.
Oh man. This is a good way for JJ to do this. So he makes the audience think he was kicked off because he thinks that I would have my hand on the mouse. I love this move. It is a savvy move from him right now. He is smiling with the hater blocking sunglasses on in like the green room area right now, sticking his tongue out, and I love it. I think it's hilarious. He's having himself a good time. It's funny because when he pulled himself off the stream,
thank you for letting me come back in.
When he pulled himself off the stream, I was looking at Twitter on the other screen in front of me. That's the best part. I wasn't even looking when he pulled himself off. That was incredible. I was looking at the ACC clinching scenarios.
Look, after you permanently boot me from this podcast and bring in Greg Olsen as your co-host, this pod is going to do numbers.
Fans are going to be so much smarter about the game. You wouldn't even believe it. The amount of ball knowledge is going to be outrageous on the pod.
I think it's time for a new segment presented by Redacted.
We could bring in Tom Brady and look like fools. That's also an option. We could do that.
I never said I like listening to Tom Brady. I was just illustrating.
Tom Brady, I will never get the Commanders-Chargers game out of my head. Where he goes, a little juice there from the Commanders. They have the juice. The Chargers do. Like, what are you even saying? I can't get that.
I hate Tom Brady.
I can't get those three sentences out of my brain when I listen to Tom on the broadcast. And the Eagles game on top of it, the punt that was fumbled by Philly. KB, as Tom calls him, KB, going through the play-by-play, and you're just sitting there, and they're showing the replay, and it's like, hey, Tom, say anything. Say something. Great by the kid. That's it. That's all he says. Oh, it is hilarious. And we have to listen to him on Thanksgiving, which is just awful. Hopefully, the Lions and the Packers run the ball really well in the game, and we aren't subjected to
the
three.
Game. Excuse you. There's a different game called The Game.
No, nobody cares about that game. We're worried about Virginia Tech, because if Virginia Tech wins, everything breaks loose in the ACC. Everything.
There's an Ole Miss fan. Well, hey, I tell you what, though. Loose. Hold on a second. There is a scenario where if Michigan beats Ohio State, and then if Purdue beats Indiana, Michigan and Ohio State rematch next week in the Big Ten title game. And then they are on a collision course to play a third time in the playoffs.
Wow.
And not one soul on the planet, except for TV executives, want that to happen.
No, I'm in. I'm a sicko. I'm in.
You want to see those two teams play each other twice in 2 weeks, back to back?
Yes, absolutely. It's like it's like when divisional opponents.
I'd have a mental breakdown.
Like divisional opponents when you're playing each other the last week of the season, and you're playing each other the wild card round. So you're sitting around going, "Well, what do we do here? What are we doing?" That would be.
Iowa Joe says Mike Kawano would want it to happen. No, he wouldn't. There's no Ohio State or Michigan fans who want to see those two teams playing in back-to-back weeks. Nobody wants that.
Kawano's got to be stressing like JJ is this week. He doesn't want to see it twice either. I agree.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely no way he wants that. He does not.
If you're a real fan of one of these two teams, like this is like the best and worst week at the same time of your entire year.
You don't want it 2 weeks
it's
in a row.
Every single waking moment leading up to the game. You're thinking about
not to mention it's Thanksgiving week on top of it. And it's just like,
oh, who cares about Thanksgiving?
No, just like, okay, spending time with family, right?
You don't have work to distract.
Yeah, you're right. You're like sitting around. Yeah, you're sitting around. There's no like, you're just like, maybe you have work on Friday, maybe you don't. Maybe you're out early Wednesday, out early Friday, or you don't have it Friday, and you're just maybe potentially for 48 hours, 55 hours, 60 hours maybe after Wednesday evening going, I don't know what to do with myself for 2 days and change, I imagine. So yeah, that's awful. Do not like that one bit.
There's a Ole Miss fan who tweeted that the game is a terrible name for the game, and I replied like, "Sorry, the Egg Bowl was taken."
That's good. That's good.
Also, I feel like we have to be specific because if an Ohio State plays in a game, people are going to be like wondering which game. So that's why we have to say the Ohio State plays in the game.
Yeah. No, I get that. Egg Bowl was taken, right? Platypus was taken.
The Duke's Mayo Bowl.
Yeah. There's just so many things they couldn't do. So that's tough. I don't envy you guys.
The game is a lame name. Like, you know what? Sorry, we don't get excited over watching our head coach get a tub of mayo dunked on his head like you guys do.
Does Notre Dame USC have a name? I feel like we would know if they did.
I'm asking ChatGPT. Answer is,
I feel like no, right?
It doesn't.
Wow.
The best rivalry name of all time is the Red River Rivalry.
Yeah.
Iowa Joe said the toilet bowl.
Rivalry name games. That's what I need to know. What? I hate. Okay, you got it, JJ. You got to see this. JJ's gonna rage like me about 5 minutes ago. Wait till you see.
That's fine. We can do this, and then let's come back and rank the
wait till
the
we
best
do this
rivalry game.
What on earth? What is this?
Cool. This is what you're doing.
What is this?
The big game. The big game is.
What is this? No, it's not.
Two top teams in the SEC. Who the heck has ever called the SEC Conference Championship the big game?
This is outrageous that this is on the internet. We can't do this.
Also, the Iron Bowl is not played in a bowl.
This is also not USC and UCLA.
Yeah, whatever AI wrote this page that you're looking at, get off this page.
It's just Google. It's just the search page. It isn't even the page.
Red River Shootout is easily the best name.
All right, this has to be right. All right.
I hate that they are like insisting on renaming it to the Red River Rivalry. Like Red River Shootout is such a good name. Wagon Wheel. That's kind of sick. I'm not gonna. But that's the trophy. That's not the name of the game. That's the name of the trophy.
Yeah.
Nothing's going to top the Holy War.
Battle for the boot. Oh yeah, that's true.
So the Holy War is BYU, Utah. It's the two Utah teams. But then the other Battle for the Bones. Never heard of this. The other one that's really good though is Catholics versus Convicts. Notre Dame, Miami.
Yeah, that's not bad. Oh man.
Well, Bedlam.
Bedlam's good. Bedlam's good. The Axe. No, big game.
Stanford play for the Axe.
The big game is not SEC. That's right. This is the big game.
Cal Stanford is a big game. I don't...
Border War, but not this one. This one.
Yeah. Kansas, Missouri is the real border war. Who cares about Colorado State, Wyoming?
Yeah.
Kansas, Missouri is the border war.
8 years too late, suckers. Too late. You did it in 1899. Nope.
170-year-old beef.
Nope.
However that works. Math.
Caught him slipping. 1891. Too far ahead of him. That's hilarious.
130. Not 170.
The keg of nails.
I can do math. Clean old-fashioned hate.
That's. I
didn't know they called it that. Georgia Tech. I didn't know that's what it was called.
No, that's
okay game name.
All right, okay. I'm okay with that.
Crab Bowl, is that that Jameis Winston plays in?
Oh, that's good. That's good. They've only played 21 times. I don't know, man. Seems a little too small in number for me. Hold on.
Duel in the Desert.
I want to make sure that the other ones we were talking about that were good are not that either. Hold on. These two have played. Yeah, 121. Okay, we're fine.
Iowa Joe said, okay, I thought this said Crap Bowl.
We're okay.
The Crap Bowl.
Yeah, 118. Yeah.
Coastal Carolina Liberty. It's only been played 15 times since the first game was in 2003. Come on. I think the Egg Bowl is the worst name. It's the worst rivalry name there is.
It's not a good name. This is a good
Mississippi
name.
State, Old Miss. Farmageddon is great. You know,
That's
they keep
a great name.
Farmageddon. I'm not sure like who's leading the charge. Obviously, it's the TV execs leading the charge to rename Farmageddon. But like,
if they ever do, I will riot.
Pitchfork you. We'll pitchfork you in your
109 times. I will not stand for this. I will not stand for this. I know they don't call this anymore. They have removed the world's largest outdoor cocktail party from Florida, Georgia.
I don't understand why they renamed that.
Do
you know why they renamed it?
Yeah, they didn't want cocktail party to be associated. It's weird. Anyway.
Stupid. Really stupid.
Anyway. I mean, that's not Bayou Bucket. Cool.
No, it's just that's just the trophy name.
Yeah. I mean, yes. Things we're here for. Cool trophy. But
you'll notice that the Illinois fan here is the one who cares about the Eli Buck and not the Ohio State fan.
For sure.
Of the Illinois-Ohio State quote-unquote rivalry.
Cyhawk's a good name.
Cyhawk's a good name.
Only 72. Tells me Farmageddon's way more important.
Farmageddon is more important.
Way more important.
Iron Bowl is a misleading name. It's not played in a bowl.
Oh, man.
Professor Cakes is asking, what is a fighting Illini? It's a type of Native American.
It is, yes. They had to fight.
Professor Cakes says, Battle of I-75 sounds pretty Hoosier to me, and I can say that as my whole family is from Indiana. Lone Star Showdown.
Not horrible.
It's fine. It's okay. Passable.
Yeah, we can live with that guy.
Some other good ones.
What?
Yeah, see, Michigan State doesn't have a name.
The Battle for the No.
Nobody calls it that. I live in Michigan.
You've played 118 times. And it's in state, and you got to do something.
No, literally, Michigan State is what they call it. That's what everybody refers to it as.
Yeah.
Mid-South rivalry? hold on, you're scrolling too fast. Mid-South, where did they even go? Memphis.
What is this?
How have they played 64 times? They're not even in the same.
That's wild that they've played that.
Were they ever in the same conference?
Hold on, I'm opening.
They have to have been. And how? Wait, did that say they have 12 ties in the series? There's no way. Can you switch tabs? Can you switch to the
No,
tab
they do not. The Ole Miss leads 47, 12, and 2.
2 ties. Okay.
The largest victory in this rivalry, Mississippi beat Memphis 92-0 in 1935. Ouch. That's tough. Memphis won the most recent game. Do you know when it was? Oh, wait. Nope. Wait. He might DC's it.
I'm going to guess like 1999.
Oh, I thought you were for sure going to be clued into the fact that 2019 is over here. I was like, oh, crap.
All right, so I'm off by 20
It's not going to work. Yeah, they must
I just thought, like, why do they play so often? They're not in the same state. They're not in the same conference. Why do they play so often? Iowa Joe says
prior to the oh my gosh,
naming the Minnesota Nebraska trophy, which is the $5 bits of broken chair trophy.
Yo. Okay, prior to the 2019 football game, former Mississippi receiver A.J. Brown tweeted that the series was not a rivalry. And Mississippi quarterback Matt Corral answered no when asked if he considered this to be a rivalry. Get owned. Get owned.
Yeah.
Get absolutely owned. Mississippi won the first 17 times, and then they tied. And then they won 8 of the next 9. It's tough out here. Okay, this might be the best part. So they played 4 times in the 2010s. Both of Mississippi's wins have been vacated. And Memphis has 2 of the 4. That's incredible. Honestly, that's so funny.
Okay, so when was Ole Miss's last win that's recognized in the history books? Was it 1999?
09.
Oh, 09. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's weird. All right, let's see some more.
Since the turn of the century,
technically
Memphis is 4-6, which is not bad.
Let's see the rest of the good names, get our score predictions, and get out of here.
Yeah. The
modern day hate. Georgia Southern, Georgia State.
Modern day
hate.
What's up with Georgia? They're using hate in all their ones. That's and
the 2 teams that hate each other the most in the entire country, they just call their game the game.
Yeah. 12 times. Modern day hate has been played 12 times. Are we split? I'm gonna look at this while I scroll. Also, are we?
You
6-6?
say that, but it's not.
It is 6-6. That's incredible. Let's go. That's awesome. All right, I'm in a modern day hate. I'm in. I will. Oh, this needs to be one. That needed a name. Super unfortunate we don't get that anymore.
By the way, speaking of Oklahoma, so right now, the way with the new committee rankings that are out right now, Jewel Shalala.
What the heck is this? Oops, I didn't mean to click on it. I meant to open a new tab. Anyway, not
with the newest committee rankings, the bracket pits Georgia against the winner of Tulane, Texas Tech, which obviously is going to be Texas Tech. And then Ohio State is facing the winner of Notre Dame, Oklahoma, which I like a lot. As an Ohio State fan, like that would be so fun to play against either Notre Dame or Oklahoma. I would love
that would be a good time. Yes, I like it.
And then and then that has Ohio State then facing up against the winner of Georgia, Texas Tech, assuming Ohio State wins their first game, which is an interesting spot to be in because I feel like this is really probably the toughest draw that you could get as the number 1 seed. Like the number 1 seed continues to be a pretty disadvantageous spot.
Yeah.
When you're playing the winner of the 8-9 seed, like it's so far we've never seen a bracket where 8-9 is not a really tough draw. Yeah. So then you win that and you got to go play against the winner of Georgia, Texas Tech. Like, whew,
Yeah.
Texas Tech has a mean, nasty, stinky defensive line that I don't want to go up against.
Yeah. Georgia shouldn't want to either.
Yeah.
Georgia hoping for that Tulane bye.
The other side of the bracket is
Hoping.
just it's like a cupcake walk. Like, just by comparison.
It's kind of poop.
You know, like Miami, Bama, Ole Miss. Like, those three teams scare me 0%. Like, they are the Tulane of their side of the bracket. Like, Oregon is good but super flawed. A&M is good but super flawed.
Can I ask
a
question?
You have to expect Indiana, or probably like Indiana's probably going to be in the title game if this is the bracket.
I have a question. Why is the team in T5th position in the ACC standings in the playoff? May I ask? They need a lot of help.
Yeah.
A lot of help. They need they have 4 clinching scenarios, and they're the longest group of clinching scenarios that there is of anyone to win the ACC. It is insane. They are 11. 0 respect for the Cavaliers. 0 respect for a team who was in the playoff last year, mind you, in SMU. 0 respect. How dare you, committee?
The ACC, like outside of Georgia Tech, the ACC is just dog water this year. It's bad.
Again, I'm rooting for the 6-way tie. I don't know about anybody else. The 6-way tie at the top would be hilarious. Yeah, Miami needs a lot of things. They need some help. Win, SMU win, Duke loss, Virginia loss. Win, Virginia win, Duke loss, SMU loss, NC State win, Syracuse win is one way to get it. I can't even believe any of this.
It's wild.
It's wild that Duke needs less to happen than Miami. Because, if anybody didn't know.
Well, look at Pitt. Pitt has the easiest path, like the fewest things need to happen.
So there's a way, folks, for Virginia to lose to Virginia Tech, SMU loses at Cal, Miami has to beat Pitt, and then Duke wins. Okay, it doesn't matter what Georgia Tech does. They're playing Georgia, right? 6-way tie at 6-2 in the conference.
Wait. Why do you say it doesn't matter what Georgia Tech does? Just because it's a non-conference game?
Correct. It will not affect the conference standings. It will affect the playoff standing.
That you were dismissing the possibility of Georgia Tech beating Georgia, which I would not stand for.
No.
Not stand for.
It does not matter what Georgia Tech does. They are caught in the loop. They are caught in the unfortunate scenario of they will be a part of a 6-way tie at 6-2.
6-way tie,
no matter what they do. If that happens, I believe it is Duke and SMU that go. Unless I've read it
Duke
wrong.
And SMU. Oh,
Duke would be the one. Duke wins the regular season is the one. If everybody's 6-2 here, and they are a 6-5 team.
Honestly, I feel like Miami winning the ACC is like one of the least likely scenarios.
They need a lot of help as we've seen over here.
They have more possible scenarios than anybody else on here, but none of them are likely scenarios.
But obviously Virginia and SMU win. Pittsburgh get a win, and one of the other two that need just a win to lose. Like, it is insane.
SMU, Pitt, and Georgia Tech. I could see all them.
Obviously, I love this. Georgia Tech just needs both to lose.
Virginia and SMU
I love it.
Lose.
Georgia Tech
and
sitting there
Virginia
going,
and
we can't
SMU
play a
playing?
conference game. Huh?
Who are Virginia and SMU playing?
Of course, Virginia is playing Virginia Tech. SMU is at Cal. They are playing a team that has recently fired their coach.
Wait, I have a question.
Which you never know.
Will James Franklin be coaching the team for this game?
I don't believe so. But boy, you tell me he's not on the sideline saying, "Hey, we got some
that would
fun
be
things.
hilarious."
We can do
if
some
he
fun
was
things
there
today."
coaching that game and then coach them to a win over Virginia to send Georgia Tech to the playoffs. Oh, cinema.
So there is something else with the ACC about like they have like this thing.
Yeah, it's called.
What is it called?
It's called a grant of rights.
Well, so they go to like something that I have to. Yeah,
I'm staring at this photo of Brent Key.
They go to a team with the team with the higher ranking by the team rating score metric provided by Sports Source Analytics will determine the 6-way tie.
What?
Yeah, if it gets to that point, that's how wild this ACC thing could be. You must root for chaos.
Jake, controversial opinion. Divisions were better than all of these absurd tiebreaker scenarios.
Yep.
And I say that as somebody who hated the Big Ten West existence with a passion.
Yeah. Okay, I found it. So the tiebreaker would go to Duke in the 6-way. They are in. They win the regular season. The Georgia Tech Miami would get the other spot, one of the two. I was wrong. It's not SMU. And that will hinge on the result of Boston College Syracuse.
Oh my gosh.
How that game goes is how Georgia Tech or Miami gets in. Guys,
and like Syracuse
I am begging you,
Boston
root
College
for the chaos.
Syracuse and Boston College are both horrible this year.
Yes, please root for the chaos. This is going to be one of the most hilarious things you'll ever see. Ever. It will be unbelievable. People are lining up saying we need a 6-coach steel cage match for the 2 spots.
I'm just sad.
They need to meet in a parking lot or a gas station and flip coins. Like they're bringing up all these incredible things that could happen. Like I want this so bad.
I'm just sad that Syracuse couldn't take care of business 2 weeks ago and beat Miami at home, because that would have been so fun.
The funny thing is JJ, do you think if the 6-way tie happens, do they keep everyone out?
Because they only need to have. Do they need to have 5 or 4 conference champions?
I'm pretty sure you're supposed to have all of them, but I don't remember.
Well, it's not. No, not all.
The top 4?
Well, because like the Pac-12 isn't in here,
right?
And like Group of 5 is not a conference. Yeah, but Group of 5 is not a conference. It's a group of conferences. So is it that they need to have 4 conference champions in or 5? Because here's the thing. Washington State, I don't think has a case to be in over like any of these 6-way tie ACC teams. Like,
yeah,
just head to head. Like, pick the worst of these 6 ACC teams, head to head them with Washington State. Washington State wouldn't be ranked ahead of any of them.
Yeah, no.
And Oklahoma State is one of the worst teams in the country.
I mean, are they putting a Duke champion?
Yeah.
In? At 8-5?
I mean, maybe you think about a second Group of 5 team, right? And so you got Tulane
for Illinois.
It's Tulane and who's the other one? North Texas? Tulane. Well, North Texas doesn't have a coach anymore. North Texas doesn't have a coach anymore.
That's correct. Yes.
Because
this is what I mean. This is how nuts this gets
today.
This is how insane this will get. I'm begging everyone.
Could you imagine if they put North Texas in? The same committee that left Florida State out. Yeah. That left Florida, an undefeated Florida State, they left them out of the 4-team playoffs.
Yeah.
There's also the same freaking committee that left Ohio State out over Cincinnati, and they left Ohio State out over TCU.
That's right. Yes.
I'm like, I have to stop because I have to talk about something else, or profanities are going to start flowing. New topic. I can't.
Syracuse, Boston. Like we need it. I need it in my veins. Please.
I hate the committee so much.
All right.
All right. So this will be our last thing before we do our score predictions. Red River Shootout, not Red River Rivalry.
Again, they don't like
Rocky Mountain Showdown, Colorado State, 93 times. I've never heard of this. Royal Rivalry between James Madison and Old Dominion.
I love this name. This is exactly what this should be called.
Six matchups ever.
Yes, but
and only
this is
last
exactly what
years.
This should be called. This is 100% what
Dukes
this should
and the
be
Monarchs.
Called. Yeah.
Now, hold on.
Exactly
Scroll back up again, because do Michigan State and USC have a rivalry? Because the Trojans and Spartans.
No. They do not. Wow. They have a battle for the megaphone, but they do not have USC.
We need the Trojan War. Just call it the Trojan War, right?
Yes, that's 100% what it should be called.
Spartans versus Trojans.
I will not stand for this. I will not stand for this.
Third Saturday.
I can't stand for this one. I don't care that they've played 108 times. I will not stand for this. What do you think this is? Easter? What are we planning for here? This is ridiculous. We can't do this. We have to come up with something else. I cannot stand that. We have to come up with something else. JJ, I guess that's our assignment. We got to come up with something for Bama, Tennessee that's not the third Saturday.
I mean, I will say, as an Ohio State fan, we more frequently refer to it as the last Saturday in November than we do the game. Like, we always call it the last Saturday in November.
That's fair. But see, that sounds better. The last
Saturday in October.
Like the third one couldn't be the last one.
It's like as
what are we doing?
Hitting as the term penultimate.
Yeah, penultimate October Saturday, POS.
Saturday in October.
No, it's got to be penultimate October Saturday, POS.
Oh yeah, there you go. The POS.
Oh, it has to be that. That's what we're doing. We have changed it. You're welcome, everyone.
On that note,
gosh.
Need your score prediction for Green Bay, Detroit, at Ford Field on Thanksgiving. Who you got? Give me your score prediction.
I'm
nervous to give mine.
I am as well. Hurts to say. What's the line?
Lions are 2.5 point favorites.
Yeah. What's our famed over under?
49.
49. Okay. I'm gonna go 26-21. Detroit Lions.
So I think I'm gonna. Chris has Packers 21-13.
I hope so.
I think.
I want it.
I think the Packers are gonna kind of sling it around a little bit.
Okay. I think they will have to.
I think it's gonna be kind of a high-ish scoring game.
It has that feel to it.
To me, I'm kind of seeing like Packers 31, Lions 27, 28, somewhere in there, but that it's not that close for a while. Like by the end of the third quarter, I feel like the Packers will have pulled away.
Okay.
And then it kind of gets heartburning again a little bit in, quote unquote garbage time. Like it's still,
yeah.
As much as you can call like a 3-point win garbage time, like I think it'll be kind of that scenario of like the Packers have a 2-score lead, and then they are like just really slow rolling the Lions, but actually doing it successfully. You know, it's not like the Tommy DeVito Giants game where it's like, hey, we're gonna protect our lead and make you like earn your way down the field, and then it's like 3 plays later they score, you know, crap like that. Like I think they'll actually be successful at making them burn the clock, and then they'll get the touchdown needed. Onside kick it, Packers recover. That's kind of how I see it ending.
I'm begging for that to be right and for my take on the game to be awful. I want my take to look like crap when we meet next Tuesday, JJ. I would love nothing more. That's what we're hoping for.
I think I'm officially going Packers 31, Lions 27, to where where like when they're attempting the onside kick, you're thinking like, well, you still have to get another touchdown. Like a field goal is not going to win it.
You have to get in the end zone. Okay.
Or a field goal is not going to tie it, right? That you need to. So I think that's where I'm at.
Do you think this is the highest scoring Thanksgiving game?
What are the other? Who's
Chiefs,
Dallas
Cowboys? Chiefs, Cowboys, and then Ravens, Bengals.
No, Ravens Bengals is going to be
Ravens, Bengals.
Like the over and under that in that game is going to be 70 points easy.
Is it so? It's so you're thinking it's going to be exactly like Thanksgiving, right? Eat early, you know, get the food in you, and then it's in the afternoon, and then we back up during the evening with some like pie and all that. The sugar high, it's flowing in a 70-point shootout. I love that.
Oh man,
I love it.
Oh man, Drew says 31-17 Packers. Pick six blows the game open. Certainly could see that with Jared Goff. If the Packers can get some pressure on him, he is throwing a pick in this game.
Who gets the pick six if there is one?
You know, everybody's gonna be expecting it to be Evan Williams because he's been such a ball hawk lately. But I think that Goff is gonna be kind of avoiding him and watching him too closely, and therefore he's gonna throw it to like Tyron Hopper or Quay Walker.
Okay. I got Coop.
Also,
I got Coop.
I kind of feel like one of the defensive ends is going to do for an interception. Like maybe Rashan Gary gets an interception.
Kingsley?
Is Kingsley going to be out there enough to get one?
Potentially. Maybe.
Like I think Tyron Hopper might play more snaps than Kingsley.
Hopper getting a pick six would be awesome.
Ayers
Joy will be back in the chat next week if Hopper gets a pick six. You can guarantee that he will be.
The chat thinks Valentine's getting the pick
for that one. JJ, he will be here.
I do have to say, and I said this out loud during the game. I said after Hopper made a really nice play, he chased down Aaron Jones and tackled him, and I said, you know what? I owe it to Tyron Hopper to come on the podcast this week and officially endorse that he is playing good football now. I'm in on Tyron Hopper.
Wow.
After all this time.
You've heard it here first. Potentially next week we'll be asking everyone will be asking JJ to get off the train. We'll see. I hope that only fuels the train, and we are actively funneling way more coal in there, and it is humming.
I've never been that kind of jinx where like me liking a player hurts them. Yeah. That's not that. I carry some football jinxes. That's not one of them.
Okay.
So we're okay there.
Okay, that's good. Okay, Drew says Evan Williams, and Chris is saying Valentine for the pick six. I'm gonna go Coop. Yeah. I'm gonna go Coop. I believe.
Well, I believe in Edward Regis policy, in the
words of Edward Regis, I would also like to say that I apologize to JJ for getting a little too animated about his Greg Olson comments earlier in the pod.
It was rude that you kicked me off the stream.
It was.
In the words of the late great Mr. Ed Policy, put your hand over your heart, you heathen. Sacrilegious.
It's true.
Heathen.
It's true. I am. How did you know?
Happy Turkey Day, everybody.
Yes.
Hug your family.
Indeed.
I'm thankful this Thanksgiving. I'm thankful for you guys in the chat. I'm thankful for you, my co-host Jake, except for when you get mad and yell at me. That was not very fun.
It was not. It was not a good time.
And I hope you guys are thankful for this podcast because like it's a lot of fun, but it's also it's a whole evening every single week. So it's it's not nothing.
It is a unique experience. You come here not for an hour to dip. It's not a TV show where it's like 42 minutes with commercials. It's an evening. It's the length of a football game, essentially. So
especially now that they've like shortened the college football games. Like now it really is about the length of a college football.
It really is. So thank you for coming for our Tuesday, for your Tuesday football game, essentially. Tuesday night football, you're welcome. That's we made that might be the rebrand.
We're not going to compete.
I don't know.
With
Tuesday night football.
Oh, what if that was just the name of our podcast? It was just Tuesday night football.
You know.
I mean, do people really like the name Derailed? I mean, it doesn't. All right, now I have to check something.
Tuesday night football derailed?
Is TuesdayNightFootball.com taken?
TuesdayNightFootball.com.
It's taken, of course, because everything's taken.
Dang it.
But TuesdayNight.football is available, so there's that.
Ooh. That might be better.
Or for $1,500, you can get TuesdayNightTaco.com. They're recommending for $100 TuesdayNightFootball.sucks.
You know,
right. You know what?
I don't mind Tuesday Night Taco. We can shorten it to TNF. Yes.
Speaking of shortening, TuesdayNightFootball.com is available. TuesdayNightFootball.com.
This is the better TNF. I know there's something we do agree on as far as announcers, JJ. TNF. That's for sure. No question.
I've got to tell you, I haven't watched Thursday Night Football in such a long time.
That's probably for
the reason it's not the production quality of like Amazon or anything. No. It's that the football teams always stink butt on Thursday Night Football.
That's fair.
It's always awful. It's always awful.
It's fair.
That short week does nobody any favors unless it's Thanksgiving, and then you get some good games. But otherwise, it's just not worth watching.
That's true.
So listen, put it in the chat. All right, tell us. What do you think?
Yeah, what do we want?
Do you like Derailed? Do you like Tuesday Night Football? Maybe we should change the name of our podcast. It's fine. We've only spent a year trying to rebrand this as the Derailed Football Podcast. But whatever. Maybe Maybe it is what it is. Maybe it's time to rebrand to Tuesday Night Football. So let us know in the chat here on YouTube. You can let us know. You can tweet at us at JJ Lahey, at Jake NFL Draft, or you can leave a comment on Spotify. We haven't gotten any Spotify comments in a minute, and those are fun to see. So
yes, they are.
In the words of the late great, what do you got, Jake? What do you got?
Mr. Ed Policy. We'll take it offline. We'll take it offline.
Drew says if you change it, then change it to Derailed Packers Podcast, which makes sense. But also, like, we talk about non-Packers things, and we want some other people
as
Derailed, brought to you by the OPE Network.
By OPE.
Whoop.
Midwest.
It's the Derailed Podcast brought to you by Redacted Energy and Edward Regis Policy. Thank you all so much for listening. Go Pack